and make sure those commercials are. Remember when we did it the commercials were like louder than we were.
Yeah, and then I just bumped these down. I had to go like that, get like that. No, whoa. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Starters, I don't need these. You got your starter list, right? Get your sheets. These.
Yeah, look at that. Look at how hot these were.
Let the commercial. So you need those.
It's time for North Dakota High School football. This live digital radio broadcast on the PSP network is brought to you by PNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, the Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Now, it's time for the countdown to kickoff on the PSP Network.
Well, the last time the St. Mary Saints and the Mandan Braves did battle was back in 2008, and the Mandan Braves won that game 32-17, but the head-to-head series goes to the St. Mary Saints as they lead 23-12. Hi, good evening, everybody. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont as we are live from Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School, as we have got high school football for you tonight, and it should be a fun one here as it is our first look at a battle of the 11 AA versus the 11A. Mandan coming in here off a loss last week, 28-22 to Bismarck High. On the other side, St. Mary's, well, they got a big win last week. It's the first time, Chuck, since 1991. They go down and beat Fargo South to open up the gauntlet schedule that the St. Mary's Saints are faced with.
Yeah, St. Mary's Saints didn't get any favors, right, as they start in this single-A season, as you mentioned last week against South, obviously a perennial power in the AAA back in the day, and now they play a Mandan, a crosstown rival, and clearly another level up in terms of how many people are attending Mandan High School and going out for football. Next week, they got to play Jamestown, who's ranked number 2, and then guess what? The following week, well, they get a reprieve. They play Shanley. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Shanley ranked number 5 in the AA poll, so clearly Shanley's moved up, and they've been very successful in that level up. And so St. Mary's has their handful, and I'm sure, even though they've got those 2 tough games, they sure as heck aren't looking past the game tonight.
Well, no, they certainly aren't, as the St. Mary's Saints, Chuck, they've run off their last 12 in a row, having gone undefeated last week, the big win. And then, you know, you got the Mandan Braves, and I think really what happened last week against Bismarck High, a game that you heard right here on the PSP Network, is that they probably opened some eyes. And I certainly know they opened the eyes of the Bismarck Demons because they came out and gave Bismarck High all they had to handle, all they could handle in that 28-22 loss last Friday night at the MD Resource Community Bowl.
Mandan came on. I think they impressed a lot of people. Of course, there's no victories in losing, but ultimately for the Mandan Braves and Coach Todd Sheldon, I know he was pleased with the effort that his kids had, and we only had 2 starters back. A lot of these new kids that came out, including the offense and defensive lines, really went toe-to-toe against the Demons, and then they're I don't even want to call Max Carlson's, the Sam Burr, Try Frank, the Carson Jablonskis. It's kind of their coming out party. This first opportunity for these guys to hit the field, and boy, they had a great game. Max Carlson, what a fantastic debut he had as a junior quarterback, 13-20, had an interception, about 185 yards and a touchdown, and just showed such poise in the pocket. So impressed with that young man.
Yeah, I certainly was, and more importantly, I was impressed with the receiving core of the Mandan Braves. I mean, Jablonski and Frank, and certainly made some great catches, and, you know, had it not been for a heads-up defensive play by the Demons last week, who knows? Mandan could be coming in here 1-0 on the season if they don't get that pass interference call, which probably was a heady play by the Demons.
Well, it was. We had talked about it at that point in time, and that's frustrations maybe with this high school rule of 15-yard penalties on any interference. But at any point, the Mandan Braves were, I'm sure, pleased with how their team played in that opening game against Bismarck High, who was ranked so high. And they coming out today at this St. Mary's team, who's ran off, as you mentioned, Scott, 12 straight, 11-0 last year, and then in the championship last year in that big victory over Beulah, that I think it's going to be a really strong battle tonight. And everything you talk about from St. Mary's and Mandan, they're doing the same thing. They're a handicap at saying, I got a touchdown. I've heard Mandan, I've heard St. Mary's, I've heard both ways, but I haven't heard any more than a touchdown.
Well, it should be a fun one here tonight. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Also, right here on the network, you can find Fargo Davies at Minot. As our pregame show rolls on with more from Schmeeker Field, you're listening to high school football on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
What do you Would you enjoy waking up and not having to reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Yeah, welcome back to the Schmeeker Field. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network as we get set to bring you high school football. It's a what do we call these now, Chuck? Do we call them a
PSP game of the week?
No,
do we
no.
play?
I'm talking when you got a 2A and an A. I mean, do we call it a mixed bag? I don't know. Well, we'll go. We got a mixed bag for. We got a mixed bag for you tonight.
Texas will come up with a name, right?
And Mandan and Chuck. Let's take a look first of all at the visiting team, the Mandan Braves. We talked a little bit about them, and certainly a team that's coming in, and a number of kids back, as we said. Well over 100 kids out for football again. But more importantly, I think last week was. If you're going to give some kids some game experience, which a lot of kids don't have, they don't return a lot of starters. That was a pretty good, let's just say, way to get your feet wet going against a Mark Gibson Bismarck Demon football team. Yeah,
as you talked about, I think really it started at the front line, Scott. The guys up front that really came out and played well. There are a lot of juniors in this Mandan football team, and I think this junior class was really stepped up, and that you got the Brady Baines and the Seth Gerhardt and Owen Gress, the guys in the middle right there, and then you throw in a sophomore Hunter Corbin and that senior left tackle Turner Locken. To me, that's where it starts. Okay, obviously I'm a lineman in college, and I tend to kind of focus on those people because ultimately, to me, that trenches, that's a huge battle, and Mandan did a great job going against Bismarck High in their offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah, and one thing I expect to see more of tonight, Chuck, is Luke Darris. I think we saw a little bit more of him in the second half last week. Made some nice catches, but I think we saw that Mandan really excelled in the passing game last week against Bismarck High, and I think Darris is a guy that can really add one more weapon to that mix of Jablonski and Tri Frank.
Yeah, when you got a quarterback like Max Carlson looking at Grubb, Frank, Jablonski, and then obviously, Scott, you talk about a 6'4" athlete in Luke Darris. He definitely is going to add to the mix. I think I can easily see Carlson throwing the ball 25 times tonight. I think Coach Todd Sheldon realizes the athletic ability he has in Max Carlson. But what I got to tell you is Lincoln Wiseman, he's back this week. He was out last week for non-injury reasons, and they have a lot of, you talk to people in Mandan, they are really excited about what this kid, 5'9" junior, 170 pounds, they say he's very shifty, got some speed, and they're excited to have him back this week off that non-injury list.
Well, Chuck, then we look at the St. Mary Saints, a team that returns 20 seniors from last year's state championship team, a team that's got a lot of experience, and a team that went down and got a big win against Fargo South. That's been a long time. So certainly this is a team coming in with a lot of confidence here tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Scott. I think the coach, as Coach Schmeeker, he's just basically, he didn't care who he's playing. Line us up, we'll figure it out. And they got, between Coach Schmeeker and Coach Toby Schweitzer and their head coach and their defensive coordinator, I mean, they got guys that they'll figure things out, right? They're going to hang their hat on their defense right now, I can tell you. But ultimately, they got a ton of linemen back as well. So St. Mary's is definitely the real deal.
Well, we'll talk more about that as both teams have made their way back out on the field, and we're about ready for the playing of our national anthem. And we'll have the starting lineups of the Braves and the Saints and the opening kick next right here on the PSP Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand.
Big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat got big plans, no matter what.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com. This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
With 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter, @NetworkPSP, and on Facebook, @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network, it's game day.
Yeah, welcome back to Schmeeker Field. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network as we get ready to bring you the Saints and the Mandan Braves, a battle of a couple of teams that used to go toe-to-toe a number of years ago in the WDA, but they get one more battle in two different divisions as they announce the starting lineups on the field. As I believe the Mandan Braves, Chuck, they win the toss and they have elected to receive. They'll go like this. Up front will be at center will be Seth Gerhardt, 6'3", 280 in the junior. The guards on the right side, Owen Gress, 5'11", 270 in the junior. The guard on the left side, Brady Bame, 6', 255 in the junior. The tackles on the right side, Hunter Corbin, 6'3", 220 and a sophomore. And Turner Locken on the left side, 6'4", 245 and a senior. The tight end, he's a good one. Aaron Grubb, 6'3", 235 and a senior. At the split end position will be Tri Frank. He's 6'2", 195 and a junior. The flanker, Carson Jablonski, 6'1", 160 and a junior. And the tailback will be Lincoln Wiseman, 5'9", 170 and a junior. The fullback will be Sam Burr, 6', 210 and a senior. And the quarterback will be Max Carlson, 6'3", 190 and a junior. Their head coach in his 10th season is Todd Sheldon. As we look at the St. Mary Saints starting defensive unit, at the nose guard will be Jack Wycombe. He's a returning first-team All-Stater, 6'2", 250 and a senior. One defensive end will be Sven Blomseth. He's 6'1", 190 and a senior. The other end will be Nick Windsor. He's 5'10", 240 and a senior. The linebacking core, well, that's led by Isaac Felkley, returning first-team All-Stater, 5'11", 165 and a senior. At the other linebacker, Preston Barge, 5'9", 165 and a senior. At another linebacker will be Jackson Richter, 6', 185 and a junior. And another linebacker will be Will Langenfelder for the Saints. At one corner will be, I think they got Isaac Vandalen, but I don't think Isaac, he is Clayton Morrow will be in place of Vandal at one corner. Landon Gerving will be at the other corner. A strong safety will be Britt Seffner. He's 6'3", 195 and a senior. And the free safety will be Tommy Kralik. He's 6'2", 165 and a junior. Their head coach in his 44th year is Dan Schmeeker. And what do we got there now, Chuck? The changes, we got 82.
Yeah, ultimately Isaac Vandal got hurt last week. I think he's probably in concussion protocols that we had heard. So he will be sitting out this week, and Clayton Moreau will get the start on that defensive side. And then obviously Isaac Felkley, who started in his place last week, will start as the tailback for the Saints.
Well, as we get set, the St. Mary's Saints will kick it off. Nick Schumacher will do the kicking, as St. Mary's will be kicking it at Schmeeker Field from the – now we're going to go the other way, I think. As now Mandan comes down towards the south end. St. Mary's is going to go to the north end as Saints getting their final words of instruction.
64 degrees. We got a west-northwest wind, about 10 miles an hour. It was sprinkling just a little bit when game time was getting going here, so it's still a beautiful night at 65 degrees as somebody playing. You love that weather, the overcast, no sun.
Yep.
Beautiful field here.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. They're proud to support local athletics. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop. Well, we're ready to go as Schumacher's going to tee it up. Back to receive is Jablonski. Also back there is that 21, I think
it's Lincoln Wiseman.
Yeah, I think it is Wiseman. Yeah, it looks like a 7 from up here. But
they got their jerseys kind of taped. They got two-way tape on the inside, so nobody's grabbing them and tackling them that way.
So the official has given the signal. And Schumacher now approaches it, and the kick is away, angled toward. Just like that. Here comes the laundry. I think we're going to have a false start on the Saints, and Dan Schmeeker, probably not the way he wanted to start this one.
Shaking his head already. J.D. Tolfson, I think, is his special teams coach, so he was the one out there. And he was the one shaking his head that I saw, and as somebody just got a little kickstart on that left side, right in front of the official, you're not going to get away with it there.
So
starts out with the penalty for the Saints, right?
So we'll march it back, and that'll move Schumacher back to the 35, and that'll move up Jablonski and Wiseman.
Jablonski had a big return last week, about 50 yards to kind of get Mandan going in one of their drives.
So let's try this again. Boy, good crowd on hand. As cars still still filing in, and a little bit of rain, but we're going to play some football, and it's going to be a short kick taken at the. They're going to let it bounce. Wiseman goes behind him. He runs back, picks it up on the run, tries to juke and jive, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. That's good coverage there by the St. Mary's Saints. Getting downfield to make the stop was Lucas Schmidt for the Saints. So the Mandan Braves come out. They will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. St. Mary's defensively, boy, I tell you what, they were stout last week, and they look to continue that this week as Carlson. Two backs left and right, single back. That's Wiseman. Receiver split left and right. They give it to Wiseman over the right side. He gets a couple out to the 22-yard line. Goes Lincoln Wiseman. On the stop was Will Langenfelder there for St. Mary's. Give him a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Mandan Braves.
Why does it seem every week when we have linebackers, good linebackers, they have a wrestling background? This Will Lingenfelter, a good wrestler for the St. Mary's Saints.
Because they're tough, Charlie.
Because they're tough. That's exactly. That was a redundant question, right?
2nd down and 8, just underway. Opening quarter of play. Carlson, receiver split left and right. Ball spotted right hash. They're going to give it to Burr, coming over the left side, and he's going to be stood up, reverses his field, and he options it off to. What a heady play there. He options it off to Wiseman. He was stood up to 25. Wiseman was running with him, and Wiseman gets it out near first down yardage, just shy of the 30-yard line.
Would you call that improvisation?
And I don't think that was Burr, Chuck. I think that was on the carry. That was Brendan Palmer.
Yeah, Palmer started last week. Wiseman is starting in his place.
Yeah, that was Brendan Palmer. So now they gave him a first down, so it's 1st down and 10 from the Braves' 30-yard line. Carlson barks the signals out, fakes it. He's going to come near side on the move, try to get out of a tackle, and he's going to be brought down for no gain at the line of scrimmage. as Blomseth from his defensive end position made a good read and a great open field tackle there for the St. Mary Saints.
Well, the quarterback, Max Carlson, he goes options down to his left, and he's the one that's supposed to read that left defensive end or right defensive end in that case, and Blomseth did a great job. Little feather technique, Scott. He went with the dive, then he busted out, and the quarterback was able to grab him just long enough to bring him down.
10-10 to go. No score on our BNC scoreboard from Schmeeker Field. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP network as Carlson now faced with a 2nd down and 10 for the Braves. Receiver split left and right, ball spotted middle field. Carlson barks the signals out, hands off. Wiseman going right, cuts inside, spins off one tackler, and he falls forward down near the 35-yard line, and that's where they're going to spot him. So a gain of 5 there. Langenfelder makes a stop and a good run there by Lincoln Wiseman. And boy, I'll tell you what, Chuck, what an addition he's going to make to that backfield, that offensive backfield for Mandan.
Just a couple carries, we can just see the shiftiness that Wiseman has as he cut back a little juke against the grain and then spun back to his left again. So that 5-yard gain.
Yep, sorry, Chuck. 3rd and 5 for the Braves. Carlson back to pass, looks left, throws it out in the flat, and a good open field tackle there. On the stop was Marol, and Frank was the receiving target on that one, and they're going to give him, it'll be 4th down and short, and is Todd Sheldon going to roll the dice deep in his own territory?
Yeah, it's one of those pieces, guy. If you're going to do that stop route, you got to get past the 40-yard line, right? You got to get the 1st down. So when you catch the football, there's a good chance in that 2-deep zone. You got 2 guys that are covering the flats, your 2 corners, and a great play by Marol.
So 4th down and 1 as Todd Sheldon's going to roll the dice from his own 39-yard line. The Saints fans pounding their feet. Carlson barks the signal out. They're going to give him a hard count, and I don't think the Saints are going to move as they're pretty disciplined under that defensive coordinator, the St. Mary Saints, and Toby Schweitzer.
Yeah, good job by Schweitzer screaming from the sidelines, telling these guys, hey, stay set. There's a good chance they're not going to go for it, and there was no flinching at all by the St. Mary's defensive line. So it's going to bring out the punt team for the Mandan Braves.
Yep, and that's going to be the dual punt situation of Jackson Scott and Luke Darris. Back to receive for St. Mary's goes Landon Gerving. So it's that dual punt situation for the Mandan Braves as the Saints came up with a big stop, and they will kick it away from their own 39-yard line. Gerving, he stands at his 20. Darris runs, angles it right, and it's going to be a short kick. It's going to go out of bounds, and where are they going to...
Yeah, that's one of those. He had all kinds of time too. St. Mary's dropped back in a punt return formation, and ultimately Darris took an extra step. And sometimes when you got that sidewinder kick, Scott, it's hard to kick it back straight, and he booted it right off the side of his foot.
So here come the St. Mary Saints up front at center. Will be Indovina. The guards, Windsor and Fisher. The tackles, Wycombe and Schaefbauer. The tight end is Miles Schaefer. The wide receiver, Landon Gerving. Here comes Nick Schumacher on 1st down and 10 from his own 35. I backfield behind him. Felkley dots the I. Schumacher gives the dive back, and that's going to be Langenfelder, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Brendan Palmer makes the stop there for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, Langenfelder, Scott, on last week's game. Got all mixed up here. Lingenfelter in the game last week, he just had 1 carry. So coming out already with the carry in the first play of the game.
2nd down and 8. 8:05 to go on our BNC scoreboard. No score from Schmeeker Field. Braves show blitz. They throw it out in the flat. It's caught at the 40. Turning upfield on the reception there for St. Mary's. That was Nate Fedorchuk. He took one to the house last week on the first play from scrimmage. And a good gain there, but he's going to be about a yard short. So to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Saints from their own 44-yard line.
Quick out pass to Fedorchuk. Fedorchuk turned up. That's one of those nice things. If you're a quarterback, you like to get that first throw out away and that completion.
Fedorchuk goes wide left. They move the slot from the left side to the right side I backfield. Now they motion back, and they overload the left side. Schumacher under center. Schumacher And, going nowhere and coming through there like a burst of steam, Sam Burr, and he was all over Isaac Felkley for a big loss back to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they read that all the way. Sam Burr, the middle linebacker, and he had a great week last week, Scott. He just busted through the A-gap, read it on a down block, a double team, and they were going to go off tackle, and just a great job pulling down Felkley, who had, speaking of big games, 144 yards and a TD last week.
Schumacher's going to punt it away. It's a good kick. Frank's going to run at it at the 26, breaks the tackle at the 30, tries to get the outside. He's brought down there. Jake Gettle makes a stop there for the Mandan Braves. We can tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof at the guaranteed lowest prices, and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. 7:15 to go, opening quarter play. No score on the MVP scoreboard. Mandan has the ball for their second offensive possession, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Carlson, he's going to throw it down the seam, and that was intended for Darris. Incomplete on the coverage there was Gerving, along with Kralichek. That's Kralik.
Kralik,
right?
yep.
Kralik, yep.
Boy, they had a good opportunity there, too, as a fake handoff to that inside to Burr. It really kind of held that outside D-back, and there was a little bit of a seam between the two-deep zone and that front side of that the cornerback, but his quarterback just completely missed him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Braves. Receiver split left and right for Mandan. And they give it over the right side to tailback that time. On the carry was Lincoln Wiseman. Blomseth makes a stop as Wiseman gets it out to the 35-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Mandan Braves. 6:53 left to go here, opening quarter of play.
Couple plays already. Sven Blomseth has been all over the field. Right defensive end, he did a great job playing against that option. This time he came from behind as play was going away from him. Nobody back blocked on him, and he was able to pull down Wiseman from behind.
3rd down, I'm going to say 3rd and 6 as Carlson works out of the pistol. Carlson, they give it to Wiseman, and Wiseman is going to get out to the 38-yard line. Blomseth again, that's another tackle for the defensive end. So it's going to be another punt situation for the Mandan Braves.
That's what St. Mary's and Coach Toby Schweitzer is going to do, Scott. They're going to stunt. They're going to bring linebackers. They're going to start reading things. At that time, Felkley was in the A-gap. On that left side, he caused one of the linemen to kind of block out on him, and that freed up the guy, Blomseth, we've talked about time and time again today.
Darris almost had a block. He angles it towards the sideline again, and I don't know where that one went out of bounds. I think it's going to be about the same spot.
I don't know about you, but I'm going back to I got a feeling Darris is saying, just put me back there. Let me punt by myself. Let me do normal punt, because I got a feeling Skid can kick it a long way.
Oh, and that's going to be about the same place where St. Mary started last time, is they're going to spot it at the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. BNC National Bank, financial solutions for your life and business. BNC National Bank. 5:55 to go on our BNC scoreboard. No score. Saints have it 1st and 10. Schumacher under center. Schumacher fakes it, back to pass. Looks across the middle, double coverage. Oh, and they're going to have pass interference at the 35. The intended receiver was Fedorchuk, but he was doubled up over the top. And they're going to get Jablonski for the pass interference call.
Well, the Saints, they set that play up with a couple runs by Felkley in the first possession. They faked that handoff again, and they had over the top was Nate Fedorchuk running, and Mandan was not prepared for that one. Good job of throwing it past past the intended receiver and Nate Fedorchuk, and that 15-yard penalty was big for the St. Mary Saints.
Yeah, that moves them into Mandan territory where they have it 1st down and 10. Ball spotted on the 47-yard line. This time Schumacher fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, sets, fires across the middle. He's got a man thrown behind the intended receiver. That time was Jake Gettle. We got a flag down here on the near side. Is that a late flag?
Jake Gettle went in motion, and he came back across from the backside as the quarterback Schumacher rolled out to his left, threw it back against the grain, and then tough throw as you rotate those shoulders. Threw it a little bit behind the receiver. We'll see what that penalty is, Scott.
I think it's a holding was a preliminary indication.
Okay.
Wanted to stay tuned to the conclusion of this one for our Planning Team Financial post-game show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com.
So it's a 5-yard holding penalty.
Okay.
It's interesting that I know the coaches on the sideline, Scott, were really kind of mulling that over, saying, should we take it or shouldn't we?
So now it's a 1st and 15 as they move it back to the Braves' 47-yard line. They motion Gerving from right to left. Schumacher hands off, going left. Turning upfield is Isaac Felkley, and he's going to get close to midfield, and that's about where they're going to spot it. Give him a gain of a couple. Aaron Grubb makes a stop for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, Grubb's such a smart player on defense, Scott. All-state first team last year, and he was lined up at that kind of right tackle end, if you want to call it, spot, and he just held his lineman off and then shed him and made the tackle.
So 2nd down and 12, 5:13 left to go, opening quarter play. Saints, Schumacher rolling to his right. Schumacher set, throws it underneath. It's going to be tipped and over the head. That was good coverage there by Frank. And over the top was Mendenwall for men, and the intended receiver was Nate Fedorchuk. So to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the St. Mary Saints.
Mendenwald went on a deep pattern from that outside receiver, and then they had Nate Fedorchuk trying to do a little turn-in route. And good job, like you mentioned, of Tri Frank. Just got his left hand behind. Scott was able to tip it, almost intercepted.
So Saints 3rd down and 12. They send twin receivers to the right. I backfield behind quarterback Nick Schumacher. Schumacher, Braves show blitz. Here they come. Schumacher, play action. Sets, he throws it down the near side on the wheel route. He's got a man out there. It's going to be caught at the 26-yard line on the reception. Prince Sefner, and what a throw there by quarterback Nick Schumacher.
Yeah, you talk about that wheel route. You're right. As the slot goes, he goes out towards the sidelines and then turns upfield, and the quarterback rolled off to his right and threw a beautiful ball, Scott. Great touch over the top of the defender, and then right to Sefner's hands.
So the Saints 1st down and 10 from the Braves 26-yard line. I backfield, Felkley.ci behind Schumacher. They give it Felkley going left, cuts inside, puts his head down, and bowls his way down to near the 20-yard line. They're going to spot it just shy at the 21-yard line, so good gain there. They'll give him a gain of 5. Bring up 2nd and 5. McCoy Keller making the stop for the Braves.
Yeah, great job of blocking that left side. Jack Wycombe, the tackle, boy, he just absolutely buried his guy. Then Lingenfelter came off the edge and completely sealed it. So good gain finally by Felkley on 1st down.
Here goes Felkley again, cuts to the outside. Now he cuts back inside, and he's going to spotted at the 17-yard line. Frank there on the stop for the Braves, so to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Saints. 3:47 left to go, opening quarter of play on the BNC scoreboard. St. Mary's and Mandan scoreless.
Felkley, he's got to start getting the load. 4 carries for him, 8 yards, 3 of them on this drive alone.
3rd down and 1 for the Saints. Schumacher under center. Ooh, and they got Mandan to jump. The left side, McCoy Keller got a little antsy there, and they got him to jump, be a 1st down.
Hard count by Nick Schumacher. And Schumacher, boy, he's paid his dues. He had a battle last year with Jackson Euler for that quarterback spot. Scott, Schumacher ended up not winning the role, but boy, he's really been chomping at the bit and looked good the first week with 208 yards and 3 touchdowns against Fargo South.
Well, what do they say, Chuck? You got to bide your time.
Yep.
That's exactly what Schumacher did, and he's looking good on this drive here as he's got the Saints knocking on the door. 1st down and 10 from the 12-yard line. They go twins left, twins right. Schumacher looks corner of the end zone. He's got Sefner out there. He goes up. Caught corner of the end zone. Touchdown, St. Mary's.
And what a play. A fade route by Sefner, Scott. And, I mean, it was an unbelievable throw in the corner of the end zone, but what a catch by Britt Sevner over his shoulder, adjusted in air, had to come back inside a little bit. An amazing catch and another great throw by the quarterback, Nick Schumacher.
And Schumacher to Sefner, and that gets the Saints on the board as on to attempt the extra point is going to be, well, why not? The quarterback, Nick Schumacher.
Doing everything else,
Doing
right?
everything else tonight. And it's going to be out of the hold of Kralik. Snap, hold, kick, up, here's good, and it is. 3:06 to go in the opening quarter to play. St. Mary's 7, Braves 0. We've got a Hub International Insurance touchdown timeout. Hub International Insurance located on Burpo Drive in Northwest Bismarck. We'll be back with more on the PSP Network after this Hub International Insurance timeout.
25 years. We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships. You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
A 12-yard touchdown pass from Nick Schumacher to Britt Sefner. An extra point by Schumacher is good, and the Saints lead at 7-6 or 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
62 yards on 6 plays, 2:49 on the clock.
And Wiseman is going to be on the return at the 20, 25, spins off a tackle there and fights his way out to the 30. He's going to be brought down there. So Mandan will start 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. They trail it 7-0 on the MVP scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. Chuppy Clinic offers more than basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. Well, what are we talking about here now?
I don't know.
With the individual with the laser pointer, please stop.
What?
Oh, somebody out there's got a laser pointer.
Oh, what the heck? Who the heck does that?
Anyone with the laser pointer will be removed from the stadium.
Yeah, it's a laser pointer. That's not a good thing. So here come the Mandan Braves, 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Receiver split left and right. Wiseman the lone back behind quarterback Max Carlson. Gives it to Wiseman coming left, cuts inside at the 30, breaks a tackle, 35, fights his way close to the 40, and he's going to be brought down at the 39-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. Nick Windsor had to make the stop, and a nifty run there by the 5'9 junior Lincoln Wiseman of the Mandan Braves.
Takes that handoff on the left side, little stretch play, pushed it upfield, and they did a great job cutting back, eluding one tackler, and then just driving his feet forward to pick up that first down. 11 yards on that carry for Wiseman.
1st and 10 from the Braves, 39-yard line, 2:35 to go, opening quarter play. 7-0 Saints lead on the BNC scoreboard. Wiseman again going right, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. And this is going to be back at the 38-yard line. Jackson Richter, the linebacker, making the tackle there for St. Mary's.
Well, one thing, Toby Schweitzer, the defensive coordinator, he is going to blitz some more, and then blitz some more yet. And it seems like every play, Scott, it's either Richter or Felkley, one of those two inside linebackers that are blitzing.
So now it goes to 2nd down and 11 for Mandan. 2 minutes to go, opening quarter play. Carlson, receivers left and right. Wiseman the lone back behind him. Carlson throws a slant, caught midfield. On the reception is Frank. I stand corrected. That's going to be Jablonski, and that's going to be into Saints territory, brought down at the 46-yard line by the free safety, Thomas Kralik.
Yeah, 16-yard pickup, just a skinny slant, if you want to call it that. And Carlson showed his arm strength as he threw an absolute bullet to Carson Jablonski, who went down and caught it, picked up another first down.
So the Mandan Braves finally get it into Saints territory. 1st and 10 from the Saints 46-yard line again. Franco's left. John Jablonski, short side of the field. Stand corrected. Wiseman the lone back behind. Quarterback Max Carlson. Carlson back to pass. Looks down the far sideline. Jablonski turns around, and Jablonski lays out at the 10, and he makes the catch at the 10-yard line. What an individual play that was by Carson Jablonski.
It was the same play, Scott, but he was covered on the inside, and what an adjustment that Carson Jablonski made as he turned back and went towards the sideline over his outside shoulder, and the quarterback, Max Carlson, he adjusted, hit him in stride.
So 1st and goal to go for the Braves from the 10-yard line. Carlson. They give Wiseman, coming left, cuts to the outside, and he's going to be brought down for a gain of 1, maybe 2, as Sefner makes a stop.
And what a stop that was, Scott. Man-to-man on there as Sefner came up. As he doesn't tackle Wiseman, Wiseman may trot into the end zone, but it's just step back a play. That 36-yard catch by Jablonski. I think he was laid out, Scott. He might have been parallel to the ground when he pulled that one in.
So they're going to give him a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and goal to go from the 9. 37 seconds to go. Opening quarter to play. Carlson, receivers left and right. Carlson back to pass. They give to Wiseman. Wiseman straight up the middle. He's across the 5 down to the 4-yard line. And that might be, as the nose guard Wycombe makes a stop, that might be the final play of the opening quarter as the time winds to 14 seconds. And I think that's what Todd Sheldon is going to do. As the play clock only at 25, so he does not have to run a play. Unfortunately, Chuck, they're going to come to the side of the field and we can get a pretty good look at it.
There you go.
And that's going to end the opening quarter of play here from Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School. After 1 quarter on the PSP Network, St. Mary's 7, Mandan 0. We'll be back after this Hubbard International Insurance timeout.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Here comes Carlson rolling out to his right, throws corner of the end zone, had Jablonski, and in and out of his hands. I don't know that he's been able to stay in bounds. They threw it into the corner, and Jablonski made a heck of an effort on the coverage, was Landon Gerving. And so that's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 to go for the Mandan Braves. And on to attempt a field goal will be Sarah Burgum.
On to attempt the field goal for the Braves, number 99, Sarah Burgum.
Sarah Burgum, their long field goal kicker is Alex Wagner, but Sarah Burgum, she's one of the returning starters from last year.
Ryder Peel with the hold for Burgum. Snap, hold, kick is up. It appears good, and it is. 11:50 to go. Opening half of play. Sarah Burgum, what would he got there, Chuck?
22.
22-yard field goal. So Mandan gets on the board. They trail 7-3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back with more on the PSP Network after this timeout.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships.
You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
22-yard field goal by Sarah Burgum gets the Mandan Braves on the board at the 11:50 mark of quarter number 2. They trail 7-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Also, we want to remind you, contact your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. Hub International Insurance. As Burgum's going to kick it off, low lining kick, and it's going to go over the head of the Saints all the way back at the 10 and trying to make a move at the 15 and brought down. That's Landon Gerving, so a mistake there. And the St. Mary Saints will start 1st and 10 deep in their own territory, leading this 7-3 with 11:41 to go in the opening half of play from Schmeeker Field in North Bismarck.
Well, so far, setting the Saints, that last drive, the first drive didn't do much in the first drive, a 3 and out, but a nice drive last time, 62 yards. But this one a little bit deeper. I mean, when you start at the 35 and the 38, your playbook's a little more expanded than it is when you start in your own 15.
So here come the Saints, 1st down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Twin receivers left, I backfield. They give to the up back, and on the carry, is that Felkley at the fullback? Nope. On the carry that time, that was Jackson Richter, the 6 foot, 185-pound junior. So Richter to Richter there.
Another wrestler for the St. Mary Saints, Jackson Richter. He qualified for state at the 170-pound, tough kid. Plays a little bit of linebacker as well.
Gain of 4 to be 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers split wide left, I backfield again. Dot in the I is Isaac Felkley behind quarterback Nick Schumacher. Schumacher down the line option. Oh boy, he's going to be wrapped up. Aaron Grubb was having none of that. And he engulfed quarterback Nick Schumacher for a loss back to the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Saints.
What takes, as a quarterback, that option is so difficult. And, they've had some quarterbacks that have been over the top successful. Obviously, back in the day, I think of the Shane Wolf and what he did, and
Mark
Hummel, and that time he should have gave. He should not have pulled that one.
So now the Saints spread it out. They go twins left, twins right. Now they motion Gerving from left to right. Ball spotted middle of the field. Schumacher rolling right. Here comes Grubb from the backside. Schumacher unloads across the 20 to the 22-yard line as Gerving on the reception. Wyatt Peel on the stop there, so it's going to be short of the 1st down, so Dan Schmeek will have to punt it away.
Yeah, just good job by Wyatt Peel. He's that outside linebacker, Scott. He's dropping in the flat. Quarterback rolls out. He hits his intended receiver, Landon Gerving, in the flat, and you expect your linebacker to make that play, and a good job by Wyatt Peel, the 6'2", 180-pound junior, coming in and making the play.
Schumacher to kick it away. Frank stands. Oh, and that one, did that get tipped, Chuck?
I don't know. If it may have.
It sure appeared that it did. It looked getting in there for Mandan. Was that Palmer? I think it was Palmer, but that was not a good kick. So Mandan's going to have really good field position again inside St. Mary's territory. 10:17 to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 7-3, Saints lead it.
26-yard kick, Scott. Obviously, no return as he kicked it out of bounds. Guys are having trouble kicking that way. I'm not sure why, because the wind, as we're looking at the wind, it doesn't look like the flag's even moving. So it isn't like you're kicking into a gale force north wind.
So Mandan comes out 1st and 10 from the Saints' 44-yard line. Receiver split left and right. Quarterback Max Carlson barks out the signals. He gives off. Wiseman comes right, spins back to the middle. And right there on the spin move, he is wrapped up by Blomseth for the Saints.
Yes. Sven Blomseth, again, 4th tackle of the night. He just kept coming from the backside, Scott, as the handoff was to Lincoln Wiseman. He was going to go right. Instead, he cut back against the grain, and that's what you do. You stay where you're supposed to. You keep pursuing, and Blomseth has been in the right place at the right time a number of times today.
Well, it says 2nd and 11 on the board, but I think it's no gain. We'll call it 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Carlson on the bootleg, going left, breaks it to 40, cuts inside, and he's across the 35. And he's going to be awfully close to 1st down yardage, and they're going to spot it just short. They're going to say he went down out of bounds at the 35-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and a long 1 to go for the Mandan Braves.
Carlson in a naked bootleg, Scott. The St. Mary's defensive coaches to our right, they want a little holding on the outside, and I'm not so sure they were wrong. As it freed up Carlson to get big yardage, 9 yards.
3rd down and 1, and they give it to the big fella Bird coming right, breaking tackles on the move. He's got the 1st down and more. That was Brendan Palmer on the carry there. As we said, he got the start at the tailback spot. Nick Windsor makes a stop, but that will be a Mandan 1st down, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Mandan from the Saints 31-yard line, trailing this 7-3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Intended to go left, he cut back to his right, and I thought square the shoulders, push yourself upfield. But he thankfully for Mandan, he picked up the 1st down before he tried to bounce it outside. So Palmer, 4 yards on that carry and a 1st down.
Carlson sends 2 receivers to his left, Wiseman the lone back. They throw it out, screen, Jablonski, he's on the move, shakes, bakes, 25, makes a man miss. Dives forward to the 20. May have got, nope, they're going to say he's down at the 20-yard line. Be another 1st down. Sefner makes the tackle for the Saints.
Well, you can see what Coach Todd Sheldon likes doing, Scott. Give it to my athletes. Let's get the ball to Carson Jablonski. Clearly, that's a guy that he's really pivoted. He's pointed to say this junior is an athlete, and we want to get him the ball in open field.
1st down and 10 from the Saints 20. Twin receivers to the right. They give it to Palmer again, straight up the middle. He puts his head down, and he bowls his way across the 15 down to the 14-yard line goes Brendan Palmer.
Well, you talk about a hard run. Man, this kid, Brendan Palmer, Scott, 6 foot, 190-pound junior. He just put his head down. He got low to the ground, and he just kept driving those feet forward. Picked up huge gain, giving the 6 yards on that play. So Palmer, 3 carries, 18 yards. Boy, I like the Wiseman-Palmer mix-up right now.
Credit Langenfelder with the tackle there. So it's 2nd down, 5 to go for Mandan. Now they motion. Jablonski left to right. They give it to Palmer again. He goes right, and he's got down to the 10, down to the 9-yard line. He's got enough for the 1st down. Wycombe makes a stop, so it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Braves from the Saints 9-yard line with 7:24 left to go in the opening half of play.
Another great carry by Palmer. I like how quick he is to make that decision to cut back against the grain. He saw, we went to his left, he saw right away there was a blue jersey in front of me. I'm cutting back, turning upfield, picking up another 1st down.
Now they spread. And now I think Todd Sheldon, they had some confusion, and we've got a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Call 355-3100 and ask for Michael Borman for your commercial insurance needs. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, 7:04 to go opening half. It's St. Mary's 7, Mandan 3. Back with more after this timeout.
Would you enjoy waking up and not having to reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Well, the Mandan Braves got things figured out, and they are back with a 1st down and 9. Trailing this one 7-3. Boy, they go trips left, single receiver right. That's Dares to the right. Now they motion Wiseman, and they fake it to Wiseman. Throw it out in the flat. Jablonski turns upfield, angles towards the pylon. And he's going to be short as he didn't quite get there. Langenfelter makes the stop. He's going to be ridden out of bounds at the 2-yard line is Jablonski. So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go for the Braves.
I like the call. You fake the handoff to Darris going in motion, and then you utilize your other receiver in Frank to block and a little wide receiver screen. Carson Jablonski just put his head down, picked up 7 yards, and
2nd down and goal to go from the 2. Palmer the lone back. He stands alongside quarterback Max Carlson. Twins right, single receiver left. They give it to Palmer, and he eludes one tackle for a loss. And then Nick Windsor was the initial one that Palmer avoided, but then Windsor got some help from the rest of his teammates, and they kept Palmer out of the end zone. He may even have lost a yard there. Bring up 3rd down and goal to go from the 3.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They're going to spot it at the 2. Sorry, Chuck.
No, you're right. It's at the 3.
Oh, it is.
He lost a yard,
yeah,
and that's just Toby Schweitzer sending the house. I mean, they had everybody going in the middle, and that's his expectation. He read the play perfectly, saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to bet they're going in the middle. Good call.
Here we go. 3rd and goal to go from the 3. Twins left, receiver to the right side. They give it. Palm. Nope. Carlson keeps it. Coming right. Cuts inside. Slips. And he's going to be short of the goal line. And they're going to spot him down at the 1 as Carlson appeared he was going to go in for the touchdown, but he lost his footing. So now it's going to be a 4th and goal to go from the half-yard line.
Fake the handoff inside. Carlson cut up field. Good job by Gerving to turn him inside.
Here we go. Receivers left and right. Wiseman behind Carlson. They're going to give it Palmer one more time. And goes up the middle, cuts right, and tiptoes into the end zone, and the Braves lead on the BNC scoreboard 9-7 with 5:34 to go here in the opening half of play.
Great job of blocking, Scott, by Grubb, Locke, and Boehm on that left side. They had a big push into the end zone and a walled off the St. Mary Saints front side, and he just cut back against the grain and got untouched into the end zone.
Burgum on to attempt the extra point out of the hold. Appeal, snap, hold, kick up, appears good, and it is 5:34 to go, opening half of play. The Braves lead this one on the BNC Bank scoreboard 10-7. You're listening to high school football on the PSP network.
Live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, Chuck, a pretty impressive drive there by the Mandan Braves, and they trailed early in this one, but now they have taken a 3-point lead over the Saints with 5:34 to go here in the opening half. Burgum set to kick it away, and she boots it, a pretty good boot, and it's going to be taken by Gerving at his 16-yard line. He's at 25, 30, 35, and Gerving bowls his way out to the 39-yard line. Jackson Scott on the stop for the Mandan Braves, and the Saints will have good field position, trailing this one 10-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
That drive, Scott, 10 plays, 44 yards, 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Remember, that was set up by that short punt, potentially blocked punt as well. We'll have to maybe check that one out to see how that, if he actually got a piece of it.
Here comes Schumacher on 1st and 10 from their own 37. They go Twins left, Twins right. Now they're going to motion right to left. Now they go trips left. They throw it underneath, and boy, he had 2 receivers there, and in the area was Matt Porter and also Sefner, and Schumacher threw it in between the 2 of them.
Yeah, Porter was wide open as he had did an out, Scott. Sefner did a quick in, and there was nobody on that outside. He hits Porter. He turns upfield and picks up a first down for sure. Put that one, that playbook, that play somewhere is going to come back because I guarantee the Mandan offensive coordinator is saying, we set that one up. We just got to execute.
So 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. They do overload to the left side again. They throw the same play. They turn it upfield, caught by Porter and run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So, as you said, Chuck, they thought they was going to come back to that same play sometime in the game. Well, why not on 2nd down?
And this time, Frank, maybe he had missed an assignment or something in the last play, but Tri Frank was right there from the strong safety side. The flat was his spot. He went in and made it for just a short gain as opposed to where it could have been a play ago.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Saints from their own 41-yard line. They trail 10-7 on the BNC scoreboard. 5:19 to go. Ball spotted left hash. They go trip short side of the field. Schumacher fakes the handoff. Schumacher on the move, dumps it underneath. Caught Sefner at the 45, and he's down to midfield and may have gotten into Braves territory, and they're going to spot it. Nope, they're going to spot it right at midfield. Try Frank on the stop there, so nifty move and play there by Nick Schumacher.
Yeah, just Schumacher finding the slot back Sefner as he just threw an absolute strike, and I like how Nick Schumacher looks in that pocket too. You got two quarterbacks to me tonight, Scott, that they are really in control of the offense, and Schumacher and Carlson.
Now they go trips left again. Ball spotted middle of the field. Felkley, the lone back, standing alongside quarterback Schumacher. Down the line option, they pitch it. Felkley turns upfield, breaks one tackle, bulls his way to the 45, and he's down to the 44-yard line. Goes Isaac Felkley. Try Frank on the stop there again for Mandan. A good gain of 5 for the Saints on first down.
Yeah, they like that pitch play. Ran on the left side. It was Schaefer, the tight end. He made a good hook block. And then the running back in Felkley turned upfield, squared those shoulders, and just drove one Mandan guy backwards.
4:17 to go opening half. 10-7 Braves lead on the BNC scoreboard. This time they go trips right. Schumacher down the line option. They pitch it. Felkley, he can't hang on to it. Finally grasp a hold of it. And he was able to make something out of nothing there, as he may have gotten a couple yards as the pitch was behind him. Try Frank again on the stop. No, they're going to give him a gain of 1 as they spot it at the 44-yard line. So to bring up a 3rd down and 4 to go for the Saints.
Well, it's the right call, but the pitch relationship, it looked to me like Felkley was too close, and Schumacher threw a fastball to him. Somehow, the hands of Felkley, I mean, did a great job. Hit him in his left shoulder. He was able to get his hand up, get a hold of it enough to kind of juggle it, and then pull it in before he got popped by Frank.
So 3rd and 4 now for the Saints. Twin receivers right, twin receivers left. Felkley the lone back. Schumacher back to pass, looks underneath, and it's going to be picked off. 40, 45, and out near midfield that was the linebacker Brendan Palmer stepping in front of that pass, and a big defensive play there for the Mandan Braves.
Well, Palmer said, "Fool me once, you're not going to fool me twice," as they tried that same play to Sempner, as he just went straight upfield from his slot back. This time Palmer, the linebacker, read it, stepped in front of it at the 43-yard line, and then returned it back to their 48. So just Palmer gets a touchdown on the offense, comes back on defense, gets an interception.
So here come the Mandan Braves, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. 3:16 left to go, opening half of play. Carlson, he's back to pass. He's looking right. He's going to Jablonski. It's underthrown a bit and picked off at the 21-yard line. On the interception was Landon Goering, and just like that, the Mandan defense comes up with 1, and the Saints says, nope, we'll do 1 as well, and they pick it off on one offensive play from the Mandan Braves, and the Saints will have it deep in their own territory from the 22-yard line.
Well, it's how many times you see it. You have a change of possession, right, or a quick turnover, if you want to call it that, and you go right for the downs, and the ball was a little underthrown to Jablonski, who had a step on Landon Gerving, but Gerving did a great job then boxing out Jablonski, get that interception.
So the Saints with 3:11 to go, 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. High backfield behind Nick Schumacher. Schumacher barks out the signals, hands coming left. Felkley cuts inside, cuts again, goes across the grade, breaking tackles. He's at the 30, falls forward to the 31-yard line on a shifty, nifty run there by Isaac Felkley. They're going to give him a gain of 8 on the carry. It'll bring 2nd down and 2. Frank on the stop for Mandan.
Yeah, Felkley's just shown his worth on the defensive side. He's been on as a lineman where your guy remains it. You got your guy walled off. He cuts back against the grain, picks up just short of a 1st down and 9 yards.
2:35 to go. 2nd down and short. Schumacher, play action. He's going for the downs. He's got a man wide open. Oh, and he overthrows Fedorchak at the 35-yard line, and that was 6 for Nate Fedorchak.
I couldn't tell if Fedorchak kind of slowed down just a little bit. You get that big 9 yards on 1st down, and you fake the handoff to Felkley again. You take another 3-step drop, and you got your wide receiver, the only guy in the pass pattern, Scott. He's open, and Nick Schumacher, he wants that one back.
Yes, he certainly does. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Saints from their own 31-yard line. 2:25 to go. Opening half. They go Felkley right. He's going to get brought down for a loss. maybe of a half a yard.
Boy, what a play there.
I think it was Keller and Grubb, I think.
Yeah, and what a play as they just kind of knifed in on that outside and just totally denied him short of the first down. He did not get any yards at all, Scott.
So now Dan Schmeeker, I'm guessing that they're going to try and run as much time off of this clock.
I cannot imagine he's going to go for it.
No, I don't think so.
Fourth and a yard.
I think he said punting, but he's going to let it wind down. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Oh, boy, appears he's going to go for
the
it.
Quarterback's your punter, too, remember?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, little pooch kick and a good one. As that's going to go all the way down to take a St. Mary's roll and roll down to the 21-yard line. So good kick there by Nick Schumacher. Minute 27 to play. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop of Bismarck. They are proud to support local athletics. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop.
Yes, St. Mary's, because of the formation, they could not drop anybody back, and the quarterback was only about 6 yards back, but he caught it in a quick kick, and 48-yard kick, Scott.
Yeah.
That was a great play, and even if Mandan
talk about flipping the field, huh?
Oh, exactly.
So the Braves now have it 1st and 10 from their own 21. Carlson sends Twins to his right, single receiver left. Lone back behind him is Wiseman. Carlson back to pass. Looked right, now comes back left across the middle. Throws it high. Incomplete at the 35. Try Frank, the intended receiver, on the coverage. That was Clayton Morrell on the coverage that time. The cornerback on that right side.
Well, they tried to do a slant play.
Morrell, I stand corrected.
Yep, to Frank. And Morrell, he's filling in for Isaac Vandal at quarterback. And, boy, he's done a pretty good job so far tonight, Scott.
Yeah, he certainly has. 2nd down and 10, minute 23 to go. Carlson, play clock down to 9. Carlson back to pass. He throws it across the middle, intended for Aaron Grubb. They wanted a interference call. That's the first time we've seen Aaron Grubb get a look in this first half.
Tight end Aaron Grubb lined up on the right side. Went straight up field, and the man-to-man coverage by the safety, the strong safety, Britt Sefner, it couldn't have been any better, Scott. He was right there. I love that the officials say, hey, both guys going for the football, incomplete pass.
So 3rd down and 10 for Mandan, minute 20 to go. Opening half of play. They lead this one 10-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Carlson again barks out the signals, back to pass, looking right, flushed out of the pocket, eludes one, shakes and bakes. He's at the 25-30, and he's going to be blasted just shy of the first down, I do believe, as Isaac Felkley came over and lowered the boom on the Mandan sideline. But I think he's going to be short, Chuck.
I think so too, Scott. Somehow Max Carlson avoided that rush. St. Mary's put a tremendous amount of pressure on him. He ducked his head, rolled out to his left, and he had one man to beat. He actually beat that guy, and then somewhere, Felkley came out of nowhere and absolutely blew up the quarterback, Max Carlson, just short of the first down.
So Darris and Jackson Scott on to punt it away. Yeah, I did say 2 names. Snap, and Darris wanted to run. Oh, look at that. And that may have come back to haunt him right there. As he tried, I think he wanted to keep it. Windsor got in there and got a finger on it, but it looked like he thought he was going to run with it, and at the last minute it was tipped away. So this could be a costly error for Mandan, as the Saints are going to have it 1st and 10 from the Mandan 35-yard line.
That's why I don't like this. And so many people don't like this punt formation. Is I don't know if you give him an opportunity to run it, if it's open. To me, hey, you got a minute left. You're up 10-7. You kick the football, no questions asked, deep in your territory.
Flip the field, right?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So here's Schumacher, Twins right, Twins left. Schumacher back to pass. He's looking across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Landon Gerving. Almost picked off. It was overthrown, but underthrown to the defender.
It looked like he didn't have a hold of the football. That was a wobbly Peyton Manning type football as he kind of looked at his hands after he released it.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Braves 25-yard line. Minute 2 left to go here in this opening half of play. Braves lead 10-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Schumacher, again, Twins left, Twins right, ball spotted left hash. Schumacher back to pass, throws it out in the flat. That's Felkley, and Felkley turns upfield, and he didn't get much, if any. On the stop was Locken and McCoy Keller for Mandan. And I do believe we've got a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Hub International timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. And Chuck, well, 54.1 to play. 3rd and 10 now for the St. Mary Saints, and they've certainly shown in this possession that they want to throw the football.
Well, the three, or obviously they've thrown 2 in a row here, and Mandan finally came with a blitz. They haven't really gotten Nick Schumacher uncomfortable so far today. The incomplete passes that Schumacher has thrown have probably been his own accord, or the routes not good, or what the situation was other than that interception. So right now for the Saints, what is the play they're going to run? I mean, to me, Sempner has been that guy that you've been looking to, right? They haven't one time looked to the tight end Schaefer. Now, do you look there for the St. Mary Saints? I know Fedorchak also is that guy that, right? So with Fedorchak, Scott, in these Twins formations, look to do maybe a little crossing route on the outside.
So 3rd down and 10. Twins left, Twins right. Schumacher back to pass, looking right, throws out in the flat. It's going to be caught. Fedorchak shakes and bakes upfield, and he's going to be wrapped up at the 17-yard line. Is Fedorchak, and that's going to be another Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. So now Dan Schmeeker, we're going to see, he's down at the 18-yard line. Is going to be faced with a 4th and 3 with 45.2 seconds to play.
Yeah, and they went to the right side. They went to Fedorchak's side as Sempner was lined up on the slot formation. He actually did one. He went outside, tried to take the slot receiver or the cornerback with him. So initially you had Fedorchak open. Good job of the quarterback getting to him, but excellent coverage there by Jablonski and Frank from that 2-deep zone. They closed quickly and stopped him short of the first down.
4th down and 3. What is Dan Schmeeker got in his sleeve for this play call? 45.2 to go, opening half of play. Schumacher, Twins left, 2 receivers right. Felkley, the lone back, standing alongside Schumacher. Schumacher throws a quick out. Fedorchak caught, 1st down, out of bounds. The 1st down and 10 for the Saints from the 12-yard line.
Nolan Johnson was a cornerback, Scott, but he was playing 10 yards off and was in like never land back there, and good understanding by the offensive coordinator, Coach Dan Schmeeker, too, probably called it saying, hey, you just read that. You look to the outside, and if nobody's going to pick up Fedorchak, if they're going to give him that cushion, just stop at the 1st down, turn around, and hit him. That's exactly what they did.
A lot of time left, 41.6. 1st and 10 from the 13 of the Mandan Braves. Schumacher back to pass, hitch and go, looks corner of the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Sempner. Almost picked off there in that corner was Mendenwall. Ball was a little underthrown that time, it appeared, from Schumacher to Sempner.
Kind of an out and up, Scott. Ball was thrown high up in the air, and Mendenwall, the cornerback, this just a sophomore, he wasn't buying it, and he's mad at himself because he turned inside, Scott, and as he recognized that Sempner was looking back to the football, it hit him. I think it hit him right in the numbers, but he was not. He wasn't ready for it. So mad at himself.
Yes, sorry, Chuck. 2nd down and 10, 35.8 to play, opening half on our BNC Bank scoreboard. Saints have it. Schumacher rolling to his left. Schumacher sets. Schumacher throws back corner of the end zone. Oh, and he overthrows. And no, the intended receiver in that back corner was Gerving. He threw it high and was almost picked off by Jackson Scott in the back corner of the end zone.
But he had Gerving wide open.
Oh, boy, did he ever.
Drag route across the back of the end zone. The quarterback rolls out to his left. Now, it isn't going to matter because there was holding, but they had a play set up perfectly. Maybe that's why the quarterback had so much time, because the left tackle, Jack Wycombe, was holding. And how do I know that? Because he took both hands and did the double-fisted to his own head.
So that now changes things, as it's going to remain 2nd down, but now
That's big, Scott, because he was holding at 4 yards in the backfield, and ultimately you go 10 more back. Now you're at the 27-yard line, so it turns into a 14-yard penalty.
So it'll be 2nd down and 20 from the 27-yard line. 29.3 seconds to play. Twins left, single receiver right. Schumacher back to pass across the middle, picked off. Here comes Burr again, 25, 30, 35. The foot race 40, and he's going to be brought down at the 45, as that was Brendan Palmer, I stand corrected. And Palmer's got 2 interceptions from that linebacker position.
Same play. Slot guy going up, a little skinny post for the slot, and Palmer's just sitting right there. Twice in a row, Nick Schumacher, the quarterback, he must not even have noticed Brendan Palmer sitting at 6 foot, 190 pounds. He steps in front of him at the 15-yard line, and he goes all the way back to the 46-yard line.
So the Saints defense, the Braves defense, I stand corrected, comes up big, and here's Carlson on 1st down and 10 from his own 44. They're going to give it to Wiseman. Coming right, cuts back inside across midfield, dragging tackler down to the 45-yard line. They're going to say he's down at the 46, and that's going to be a Hub International Insurance timeout. 13.3 to play, opening half. Braves on the BNC scoreboard, 10, Saints 7. Back with more after this timeout.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Well, Chuck, if you're Todd Sheldon, what do you like to do here? I mean, you got a pretty good receiving core on with Frank and Jablonski and Darris, and you got 13.3 to play at timeouts. No timeouts left. Probably take a shot to the end zone. We'll see what they do here on 2nd down and 2 to go. Twins to the high side, single receiver, short side of the field. They throw it out in the flat. Jablonski, they're going to put him in open space. Makes one move, and he cannot get out of the arm on a good open field tackle by Morrell.
A 1st down timeout.
Oh, yeah. Yep, 1st down timeout. 6. Now they wind it. Now they got to go quick. Carlson back to pass. He's looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. Steps up, throws it underneath. Going to be caught. Jablonski out of bounds, and that's going to end the opening half of play here from Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School. We go to break on our BNC scoreboard. It's Mandan 10, St. Mary's 7. We'll be back with our halftime show. After this timeout, you're listening to high school football on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
If you told me 10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First West.
If you told me 10 years ago...
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Yeah, welcome back to Schmeeker Field as we are at halftime here on the PSP Network. Glad to have you aboard. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. St. Mary's, the home team, trails the Mandan Braves 10-7, and a defensive battle, so to speak, Chuck, in that first half. But nonetheless, both teams really coming up with big defensive plays when they had to.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was, Scott, is not a lot of yards in the first half, surely for the Saints, as stifled by the Mandan defense after that one long drive that St. Mary's had, their second drive, that resulted in a touchdown. And so impressed right now with the Mandan defense, and I think St. Mary's is going to have to go back, back at halftime and go, okay, we've thrown the ball 16 times, right? Guys have been open. Maybe is it on Nick Schumacher a little bit? That is he throwing some balls with some guys open? I think Nick is going to maybe settle down at halftime and maybe come back out and, as a senior leader, got to have a better second half. I think from the quarterback spot, those 2 interceptions, those were totally on him, and he wants those back. Their running game does not exist right now.
Yeah, and exactly. And I think, too, if you look at the Mandan side, Chuck, I think that the addition of Lincoln Wiseman in there really opens that offense up, allows them to do a little bit more things. But I think the one thing that, if I'm looking at this game, and you and I have talked about it, one thing we got to get fixed or figured out is we got to do something in special teams and punting football away, because I don't know what you'll give those numbers here after our next break, but nonetheless, you can't have that in games like this.
Well, it's happened a couple. I mean, it seems like every year we have something, at least one play like that, right? And that's that punt. And the Mandan, I'm sure we're gonna, the Mandan coaches might get on us for giving them a bad time about that one. But it's just you keep seeing the results, some of the negative results that are happening because of that two-man punt and the decision at the end of that first half by Luke Darris. He's thankful, right? He's saying a little bit of prayer, maybe a little bit of Catholic prayer since he's at St. Mary's here, saying, "Hey, thank you that it didn't turn into something worse, and thank you, Brendan Palmer, for stepping up and making that interception and kind of saving my bacon a little bit there." So special teams wise, other than the field goal by Sarah Bergam, that's big, right? They come up, they get 3 on the board, and from the kicker Sarah Bergam, they get that 20-yard field goal. That was 22-yard field goal. So that kind of turned the tides a little bit for Mandan.
Yeah, we can tell you too, our upcoming schedule on the PSP Network is coming up next week. We're gonna have a little high school volleyball for you. Coming up on Tuesday, Todd Domrey's, Jenny Walsh. I'd like to welcome her to the team. We're gonna have Minot and St. Mary's. You can catch that at 7:00. Our next high school football action will be next Friday night. Will be Minot High in town to take on the Bismarck Demons. We're at halftime from Schmeeker Field, where on the B&C Bank scoreboard at the break, it's Mandan 10, St. Mary's 7. Our halftime show rolls on with more after this timeout.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Back at Schmeeker Field, Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey as we're at halftime, where the St. Mary's Saints trail the Mandan Braves 10-7 on this AA versus single A matchup. We're also in the St. Peter press box. Pretty impressive press box we have here for the St. Mary's Saints, thanks to this St. Peter family. And the St. Peter family I know is in town. Dominic St. Peter passed away last year, and they're having a celebration of life tomorrow. So It'll be good to see Dave and Tom and the whole St. Mary's gang, as the whole St. Peter gang, and I know the St. Mary's family, the St. Mary's Saints people here thank the St. Peter family for this gorgeous press box. In the first half, the statistics, let's go St. Mary's first, as St. Mary's were led in rushing by Isaac Felkley. He had 8 carries for 23 yards. Nick Schumacher had just 1 carry for -4 as he got blown up on an option play. Jackson Richter had 1 carry for 4 yards, and then Will Lingenfelter carried the first play of the game was Will Lingenfelter, a 2-yard run. He did not touch it the rest of the first half. Schumacher kind of had an up and down first half. Boy, he started out on fire. He was 6 of 8 for 57 yards and a touchdown, and then he slowed down to a crawl, so to speak, as his last 8 passes, he was just 3 for 8, 2 interceptions for 11 yards. So he finishes the first half 9 of 16, 69 yards and 2 interceptions. Nate Fedorchuk had 3 catches for 19. Britt Sempner had 3 for 44. And then Landon Gerving had 1 for 3, I guess. And Isaac Felkley also had 1 catch for a no gain on that play. For the Mandan Braves, it was Lincoln Wiseman back. His first game of the season. He had 10 carries, 36 yards. Brendan Palmer, 6 carries for the fullback for 23 yards. He had the only touchdown of the game for the Mandan Braves, that 1-yard touchdown plunge. Max Carlson, the quarterback, 4 carries for 19. Carlson throwing 7 of 12, 95 yards. He had 1 touchdown. And 6 of those passes in the first half were caught by Carson Jablonski, as Jablonski had a 16 to 36, 11. He had an 18 to finish that first half, and a big first half for Carson as they're exploiting that D-backs for Mandan. They're going to have to figure out who's going to gain, who's going to guard Carson Jablonski, because he has had a big first half. Tri Frank had 1 catch in the first half for 4 yards for the Braves. For team statistics, St. Mary's Saints, 11 carries, 25 yards total. Mandan had 20 for 78. 69 yards passing for St. Mary's, 95 for Mandan. So 27 plays for the Saints in the first half, 94 net yards. For the Mandan Braves, they had 32 plays for 173 yards. Neither team lost any fumbles. 3 punts for the Saints, 36 yards. Good job in the first half by Nick Schumacher. And then Mandan, 3 for 55 yards. That's a net 18-yard average per kick. That's one of the things we alluded to, and that included a punt of 26, 25, 2 shanks, and then a 4-yarder, partially blocked by Nick Windsor. For the penalties, just 2 penalties for the Saints for 10 yards. Mandan had 3 for 30. First downs, 4 for the Saints in the first half. 8 for the Mandan Braves. Neither team had a sack. 1 interception for St. Mary's Saints. That was Landon Gerving. And then 2 for Brendan Palmer. 2 big ones for him in that first half for Mandan. So we're at halftime. Mandan leads 10-7 as they trailed 7-0 at the end of the first half, or first quarter, on that Schumacher to Sempner 11-yard touchdown play, Scott. But Mandan came back. They had a big drive. Burgum scores with that 22-yard field goal, and then Mandan came back with that nice drive that was 10 plays, just 44 yards on a short punt. But ultimately, it was a good drive for Mandan. Their only touchdown of the game. So halftime, Mandan leads 10-7 over the Saints.
Yeah, certainly. And again, boy, I tell you what, Chuck, we mentioned the crowd coming in here and trying to go down and use the men's room.
Yeah,
it's like road construction in Bismarck. So it's bob and weave and back and forth and left and right. It's unbelievable here, and that's good to see a good crowd. I mean, the weather, we got a little bit of rain, but nonetheless, a really good crowd here tonight at Schmeeker Field.
Yeah, and 61 degrees now. There's virtually no wind, and so you got St. Mary's. The stands in front of us are loaded, and then you look across the way, Scott, and they got a little bit of an incline there. And eventually, I would imagine at some point in time, they might put some stands over there.
I'm guessing the Mandan Braves people are saying, going.
You think that's the Mandan team?
Well, I don't know. Would you guys please build some stands over here for us?
It wouldn't hurt you to get some stands, right?
Would you do something for us? But nonetheless, it should be a great second half. Glad to have you aboard on this PSP network. As we come back, we'll take a timeout. As our halftime show rolls on with more, we'll get you what other action is going on across the state of North Dakota here tonight in high school football on the 2A and the Class A side. On the BNC scoreboard at the break, it's Mandan 10, St. Mary's 7. You're listening to high school football on the PSP network.
The
best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
With 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores!
PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day. This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on. Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Welcome back to Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you as both teams make their way back out onto the playing field for their halftime warm-ups. As we said, we were going to update you on some other games going on across the state. On the 2A side, Century is up at Williston. That was a 7 p.m. kick. Of course, Mandan St. Mary's Bismarck High down to take on Fargo Shanley. That's a game of two ranked teams. Shanley leads that one 10-7 with a minute 59 to go in the half. Also a big game, Chuck, out in the east as well. And West Fargo Cheyenne leads West Fargo 14-0 at the half. Big game there. Dickinson in town to take on Legacy. And a game also you can hear on the PSP Network is Fargo Davies up in Minot. On the Class 11A side of things, Turtle Mountain is in Jamestown to take on Jamestown. Wahpeton leads Watford City 35-6. That's at the half. So those are all the slate of games for you tonight. We'll try to update you as we move on throughout the broadcast, but certainly, Chuck, that West Fargo Cheyenne West Fargo game, that I don't know, is that kind of a surprise?
Well, I wouldn't say so. I mean, you look at standings, West Fargo's number 2 and Cheyenne's number 4. And what does that mean in all reality this time of the year? It means what you might have in some preseason, some people back, how many seniors, etc. And West Fargo Cheyenne, hey, they're a tough football team. They've been in the state championship a couple years in a row, and even though they lost some dudes from last year, they still got some guys back, and they're showing right now. They're punching West Fargo, the Packers, right in the mouth. Up 14-0 at halftime.
Yeah, no question. Chuck, I was talking to one of our broadcast colleagues, Chase Miller, out in the eastern half of the state today, and he's news to me today that he's moved on and taken a different position. But nonetheless, one thing he brought up, Chuck, and I told him, I said, I don't know if we're going to be able to answer that question until after the season. And he goes, I don't know if I really like this new classification format. And I think that the overall general consensus, Chuck, is probably, I don't know that a lot of people do, but I think how this thing plays out at the end will really put a stamp on how this thing, if this thing is going to work, or do we have to take one more step to get this thing squared away.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes you got to try stuff, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't always work, and in a way, hats off to the Activities Association for basically saying, hey, this is something that hasn't been tried. Let's take a look at this, see if it works. And if it's successful, great. They didn't say it's a 5-year plan. They didn't say, hey, this is locked in. They said after 1 year, we'll review it again and see where it's at. So, I give them credit for the guys getting together and saying, let's try something different. We want to get more people an opportunity to get in the playoffs. Let's set something up that maybe gives some of those teams an opportunity. And, I got a feeling when it all shakes out, you might see the same type of teams. They're going to rise to the top. On the,
You mean they're going to be in Fargo? Is that what you're saying?
I would say that you might still, no matter what, you want to go 9-man B, 11-man B, 11A, 11 AA. Doesn't matter. I think you're going to see the same teams. They're going to be there at the end.
Yeah, it certainly is. And we got a good one brewing here for you in this one. It's a matchup of two teams that were a long-standing portion of the WDA back in the early 80s and 90s until the Saints opted to go play two-way football and a rivalry that dates back a number of years and opportunity for these two teams to play each other. And, I think it's a situation where you look at it too, Chuck, and this, hey, it's maybe some fresh blood for both these two teams.
Well, I would say for St. Mary's they've dominated this AA Marks, right? When they've got in here, they've won 5 championships. They've been in 6 Dakota Bowls in the last 11 years, and so the St. Mary's Saints and it was really Shanley or St. Mary's. Take your pick. Who's going to win it? It was two teams completely dominating that level, and so for the Saints now, you're bringing some other teams into the mix, whether it's Dickinson or Jamestown. I mean, they have an opportunity to me in this A. They might be the one team going, we love this. Get me out of the AAA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and they're showing right now. They're ranked number 2 in the state, and St. Mary's has a big game next week against them. So we'll see how they really are.
Yep. As Burgum. Oh, that doesn't look like it's going to be Burgum.
No, it's Alex Wagner.
It is Alex Wagner. He's going to
soccer player.
Yep, going to kick this one away, and second half is underway. Low line drive kick. It's going to be taken at the 10-yard line, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and spinning out. Yeah, it's going to be stopped just shy of the 35. That's Isaac Felkley. So the Saints will start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. They trail this 10-7 on our BNC Bank scoreboard. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof with guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com.
Hey, if you're looking to sponsor an awesome opportunity, we got room, right? We got some inventory here. I know that Sanford Health, and there was a great meeting there. I talked to a couple of guys at Sanford Health. I think they're going to be doing something to support the PSP network.
It's good to have. Without those folks, these would not be made available. Here the Saints are 1st and 10 as they give it to the up back, and on the carry is Will Lingenfelder, and he gets out to the 37-yard line. So gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 7 for St. Mary's.
Is that the start the game, start the second half? Let's give Will Lingenfelter, since he's playing so hard, defense and fullback. We're going to give your one token carry, and then sorry, buddy, you're done.
You'll like this next text message I got, Chuck. As here's Richter rolling out right. He throws it over the top, and that was going to be intended for Will Lingenfelder, and it's going to be incomplete. That was at the first down mark. So it'll bring up a 3rd down. I got a text from our colleague, one of our radio colleagues, Mark Bigsley. He's a Wisconsin guy. He says at halftime, Menominee 13, Chippewa Falls 7. Folks, that's in Wisconsin, I do believe.
Thanks, Mark.
As always, Biggs, appreciate the updates. 3rd down and 8 here for St. Mary's. 11-12 left to go. 3rd quarter of play. They trail at 10-7 on our BNC Bank scoreboard as Schumacher sends twins right, 2 receivers left. Schumacher back to pass, looking left, throws it out in the flat, throws it high. Sefter climbs the ladder and turns upfield, and he's got a 1st down, and he's ridden down at the 46-yard line. And so good catch there. On the stop was Nolan Johnson for the Braves. Move the chains. That's the Saints' 1st down.
Well, again, Johnson playing way off from the cornerback spot. Cornerback Nick Schumacher, 2-step drop, turns to his left, throws a strike to Sefner, and then I like how he scored the shoulder, Scott. He knew where the 1st down marker was, stuck his head down, went straight upfield, picked up that 1st down.
Yep, 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Clock winds to 10:44 to go, third quarter of play. Schumacher, I backfield behind him, slot to his right. Receiver split wide right. Schumacher, hands off. Felkley over the right side, and boy, he got tripped up, was able to stay on his feet, and he's at midfield and into, no, they're going to say he's at they're going to spot it at midfield. Owen Gress on the stop there for Mandan, so it'll be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Saints.
Felkley hurdled somebody at the line of scrimmage. I like good play there by him, and then Owen Gress tracked him down from behind.
This time they go slot to the left. They give it to Felkley again, and oh boy, nope, he's not going to go anywhere. His big number 48, Wyatt Peel, there to wrap up Isaac Felkley.
Wyatt Peel, sorry, Scott, bulldog down Isaac Felkley. As Wyatt Peel, we talked last week. I did. I used that one, right? His dad.
Did you use that just because it's a rodeo family?
Potentially, it was. Shad, his father, 25 years in the circuit. Scotty did a little bit of pro rodeoing, saddle bronc riding. So I don't know if he bulldogged anybody, but he saddle bronked him a little bit.
Yeah, he probably.
Tough kid as a junior. Came flying in from that outside linebacker spot.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Saints. Ball spotted on their own 49. That was a loss on the play. Schumacher rolling to his right, hitch and go, steps up. He's got some room to run, shakes and bakes, turns upfield at 45-40. Still on his feet, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Schumacher looking for Fedorchek on that stop-and-go route down the right side. Wyatt Peel runs him out of bounds, but it's going to be after a St. Mary's first down, ball spotted at the 36-yard line of the Mandan Braves.
13-yard scamper for Nick Schumacher. He was looking to his right side, Scott, and just a good recognition. He bailed out a little bit to his left. He was still looking to his right, and he went, oh, man, I got a wide-open spot here. Let me spin out, and then showed his quickness, a little juke for the 6-foot quarterback as he juked out one intended tackler and got the first down.
High backfield behind quarterback Nick Schumacher. Felkley dots the I, receiver to the right. Schumacher back to pass. He's looking for Fedorchek. Gets a jump ball. Oh, he caught it. 5, touchdown Fedorchek. That went right through the hands of Rustin Mendenwall into the hands of Nate Fedorchek, and the Saints are on the board, and they have the lead 13-10 with 9:03 to play, third quarter.
Man-to-man on that outside with Mendenwald, and as a quarterback, Nick Schumacher, you trust your players, right, Scott? He threw it up in the air and said, all right, here's a 50-50 ball. Go get it, Nate Fedorchek. And Nate Fedorchek went up in the air. He grabbed it away from Mendenwall, and then when he turned, nobody was between him and the end zone.
Schumacher, extra point kick up. It appears good, and it is. So on the BNC Bank scoreboard, 9:03 to go, third quarter play. St. Mary's 14, Mandan 10. It's a Hubbard National Insurance touchdown timeout. Hubbard National Insurance, located at Burnt Bow Drive in Northwest Bismarck. Back with more after the break.
Big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Oh, big play there for the St. Mary's Saints, and they have taken the lead at 14-10 over the Mandan Braves. Schumacher set to kick it away from his own 40-yard line, and a good boot. It is. Jablonski on the run at the 15, 20, 25, cuts inside and spins around, and he's going to be wrapped down at the 27-yard line. On the stop there was Jackson Richter for the Saints, and Mandan will start first and 10. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. Chuppy Clinic offers more than basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. First down and 10 for the Braves from their own 29-yard line. 8:58 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 14-10, Saints lead it. Carlson sends two receivers left, single receiver right. Now they motion. Oh, high snap over the head of Carlson. He goes back and gets it, eludes one tackler, but he's not going to elude the other one, and he's going to be brought down all the way back at the 20-yard line. In there to put on the finishing touches on that tackle was Nick Windsor from his defensive end spot.
Yeah, Nick Windsor gets the sack, but ultimately it was a snap over the head. Seth Gerhardt, the junior center, over the top of Max Carlson at 6'3". You really got to snapper high, and Max Carlson, boy, fortunate to haul that one in.
A loss of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 19 for the Braves. Ball spotted on their own 20-yard line. Lincoln Wiseman, the lone back behind Carlson. Receivers 2 left, single receiver right. Carlson barks out the signals. They throw it. Little screen pass. Jablonski in the open field. Shakes, bakes, but he's not going anywhere. Blomseth over there. Marole over there as well.
Yeah, Blomseth, he was playing that right defensive end, Scott, and he read that wide receiver screen all the way. They've done that a couple times to Carson Jablonski, and he just went right out in the flat and wrapped him up down by the legs. Did a good job with the sure-handed tackle.
So now 3rd and 16 for the Braves. Clock winds to 7:40 to play, third quarter of play. They trail by 4 at 14-10 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Here's Carlson. Twins to his right, single receiver left. Ball spotted left hash. Carlson barks him out. Carlson, he looks, he's got a man out there, and he overthrows Darris at midfield. On the coverage, that was Gerving, and coming over the top was that Schumacher?
Yep.
Coming over? Yeah, it was Schumacher coming over the top there for St. Mary's.
They bring Schumacher in a 3rd down play, Scott, is that he played the left side of that 2-deep zone, and he was there too because they faked the out, and then they threw it up, and Schumacher was coming over to cover him. It would have been a close play.
So Gerving, Darris on the running punt, angles it towards the sideline. Saints get away from it, and it angles to the Saints sideline. The ball's going to be down, but that's going to be good field position there for the St. Mary Saints. Reminder, we'll have our planning team post-game show coming up. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com.
Just a 29-yard punt, Scott, so the special teams haven't improved.
No, they have
Great
not.
Field position here by the Saints, boy.
Yeah.
35-yard line, now the 49.
1st and 10 for the Saints from the 49. I backfield again. Felkley dots the I behind quarterback Nick Schumacher. 2 receivers right. Schumacher, play action, back to pass, throws across the middle, throws it high. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, they're going to say Jablonski didn't catch it.
Jablonski wants a replay.
Yes, he does.
The official was right there underneath looking backwards saying, nope, the ball was down on the ground. There was no question by this official as the ball was overthrown from Sempner. That same play, this time he looked and faked the ball when he was inside of Palmer and then tried to throw it over the top a little bit, and it sailed on him. And Jablonski's still saying, I caught that. I caught that.
You think they're going to look at that one on tape?
Oh, yeah.
When they get it?
Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 10 for the Saints from their own 49-yard line. Twins left, I backfield. Felkley outside. He gets it, comes left, bounces to the outside, and to really no avail as Jackson Scott in there to make the stop initially for Mandan. And Felkley gets it into Braves territory, goes from 49 to 49. So a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Saints. 6:50 left to go here, third quarter of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Jackson Scott filling in a little bit at strong safety. He came in when the tackling has been pretty good for both teams. There hasn't been a lot of missed tackles. Both teams going down below the waist, using both arms.
3rd down and 8. Schumacher, Twins right, Twins left. Schumacher back to pass. He throws out in the flat, caught Fedorchek, turns upfield, shakes, bakes, gets to the outside. And I think he's got enough for the 1st down, and he was ridden out of bounds right at the 1st down marker. And we'll see where they spot the football, but it appears from, it is. They'll move the chains, and Mendenwall runs them out of bounds, but that'll be a Saints 1st down from the Braves' 41-yard line.
You think they're afraid of Schumacher going behind him?
Oh, you mean Fedorchak?
I mean, Fedorchak, they've got a Walmart in between them as he's lined up on that outside. They're 9 yards, and they're going backwards as soon as the ball snapped.
Schumacher looking left, throws it back across the field, and it's going to be caught. Sefter turns upfield, spun out of bounds. At the 32-yard line is Britt Sefner. Try Frank runs him out of bounds. A good gain there. It'll be a gain of 8.
Yeah, I like to play. You look to the strong side. You look to your guys that in Fedorchak that's been catching the ball, and then you turn to the backside, and you got Sefner wide open. Turns upfield. I like, little dink and dump right now. That's what's happening for the Saints.
2nd down and 2 from the Mandan 33-yard line. Schumacher, low snap. He's got to go get it, and he falls on it back at the 39.
Quarterback sack for Mandan, number 56, Brady Bame.
Brady Bame.
So that's a tough play. Sorry, Scott. Is you got 2nd and short, and I don't know if I couldn't see if the quarterback looked away, the ball was slow, or whatever the case might be. I think it might have been low to Schumacher, and he did a smart thing. Rather than trying to make something of it, he saw Brady Bame come flying down from the left defensive end. He just dove on it.
So now you got 3rd down and 8. Twin receivers right, twin receivers to Schumacher's left. Felkley the lone back. Mandan showing blitz. Here they come. Schumacher steps up, throws it underneath, and again, Sefner was underneath, and going over the top was Gerving. I'm not sure who that was intended for.
Give Caden Steele credit too, Scott. He was lined up at that right end spot, and he was in the face of Schumacher a little bit. He forced Schumacher to throw a little faster than he wanted to or earlier, and he threw a strike like a fastball, but it went right into the ground.
So Dan Schmeeker with the lead. 14-10. He's going to like to go for it on 4th and 8 from the Mandan 39-yard line. He sends 3 receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. That's Fedorchak. Schumacher back to pass. Rolling. He's going to punt the football away. And it's going to be, and it takes a bounce. And it goes into the end zone, but what a good kick there by Nick Schumacher.
Man,
that was a boomer.
It really was, and you could see that was probably going to happen again as Schumacher took the snap, and nobody back. They actually waited. He waited until people got down there, had a great kick. They couldn't find the football, Scott. Lost it in the lights. I don't know what it was, but the guys running down there for the Saints, and then it landed to their left, and they could not track it down.
5:28 left to go, 3rd quarter. And there it was, BNC Bank scoreboard.
You didn't say it.
14-10. No, you're right, I did not. Here's Carlson. There's another high snap, Chuck. And Wiseman, ball's loose. I think the Saints got it.
I think
Windsor fell on it. Yet he did. Another miscue between the center and quarterback. And Nick Windsor falls on the football, and the Saints have it. 1st down and goal to go from the Mandan 8-yard line.
Well, that was huge, and they got to figure something out with that center snap, Scott, as a couple times that's happened now. Nothing in the first half. I mean, things were pretty clean in that first half, and then you had 2 guys. I don't know if 2 guys, man, an opportunity if it was Burr or Wiseman and Carlson, and they could not fall on it.
1st and goal to go from the 8. Schumacher. He's going to hand it. Felkley coming left, puts his head down, bowls his way towards the 5, and rolls down to the 4-yard line. Goes Isaac Felkley. Sam Burr, the linebacker, making the stop there for the Mandan Braves. So it'll be 2nd down and goal to go. This time they're going to spot it at the 5 after a gain of 3.
12 carries, 31 yards as Felkley off tackle play to the left side. Burr, the middle linebacker, shot through one of the gaps. Made a great sure-handed tackle.
2nd down and goal to go from the Braves 5-yard line. Schumacher sends 2 receivers left. They flop sides from the right side to the left side, overload the left side. Schumacher fakes it to Felkley. Nope, Felkley on the carry. I thought Schumacher had it, but Felkley, did a great job of busting off a tackle and picking up some yards. He gets it down to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he had Owen Gress was right there, Scott. I thought he was going to make the tackle in the backfield. Instead, he lost that tackle. Felkley ran through it, but then Brendan Palmer, the linebacker, he filled in the play, but he gets 2 yards on that gain.
Now they're going to spot it. Yep, they're going to spot it at the 3-yard line. So 3rd down and goal to go from the 3. 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter to play. 14-10. Saints lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. And we've got a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. And the BNC Bank scoreboard, St. Mary's 14, Braves 10. Back after this timeout on the PSP network.
Your eyes could talk. They'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Well, the Saints break out of the timeout on a 3rd down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. As Schumacher gets them set.
I think it's going to be a keeper, Scotty.
Yeah, they go trips right. Now they motion. Now they motion back. Schumacher rolling right, under pressure. Throws it behind the intended receiver, Gerving. So now it'll bring up 4th down and goal to go from the 3.
Well, Jackson Scott, he was all over him, Scott. Jackson, the play was trying to go, you mentioned, to Landon Gerving, but he was not open. Jackson Scott was right there to thwart him.
Yeah, so now Schumacher's going to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, get that lead up to 7 points.
21-yarder?
Yes, sir. Going to mark it, just inside the 11.
Yep, about 21-yard field goal by Schumacher. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:49 to go, 3rd quarter to play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. St. Mary's 17, Mandan 10. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP network.
Working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, PNC.
Wow, 21-yard field goal there by Nick Schumacher, and the Mandan and the St. Mary Saints lead this one by a touchdown at 17-10 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
I would say Mandan dodged a bullet.
Oh, big time.
You know, you have a turnover on your own 8-yard line, and your defense holds them to a field goal. Big sigh of relief for the Mandan coaching staff.
Big time, and Schumacher's kick is away. It's going to be a short kick. Jablonski runs up 25-30, and Jablonski spins forward to the 34-yard line. Will Langenfelder makes a stop there for the Saints. So 3:44 to play, and the Braves offense has had a couple of big miscues their last couple offensive possessions, and the miscues has occurred from Seth Gerhardt to Max Carlson.
Yeah, I should have watched the sideline to see if they were practicing those snaps. I mean, they probably snapped it, 5,000 times since the beginning of the summer?
Here's Carlson on 1st down and 10 from his own 34-yard line. Barks out the signals. Carlson, they give it off to the up bat. No, he keeps it on the rollout. 45, he's at midfield, spins into Saints territory at the 49-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, they had me faked out. Yeah. I thought Sam Burr had that football over that right side.
Yeah, give credit to the quarterback, Max Carlson. He little Houdini there as he faked that handoff, had the ball in his left hip as he rolled out and that bootleg, and then showed his wheels, Scott. Good speed as he turned upfield and picked up, 18 yards on that 1st down.
So big play there on 1st down. Mandan now in Saints territory, 1st and 10 from Saints 48-yard line. Carlson, Lincoln Wiseman behind him. Wiseman gets it, going left, turns upfield, gets through the first wave, and he fights his way down to the 40-yard line. Isaac Felkley makes the stop, and they're going to say he was stopped a yard short. They're going to spot it at the 41-yard line.
Well, yeah. Still, you like that first down drive. 7 yards on first down, Scott, is they love the left side between Locken and Brady Bame and Gerhardt. They're getting nice movement on that side.
2:49 left to go. Third quarter play, 17-10. Saints lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Now they motion Burr left to right. Carlson hands off. Wiseman coming right, runs in his own player, still on his feet, breaking tackles, and he's got the first down all the way down to the 37-yard line. Landon Gerving making the stop there for the Saints, but move the chains, and Mandan drive continues.
Burr picked up a big block from his fullback spot, and then good feet by Wiseman as Lincoln Wiseman just kind of jumped out of another would-be tackler short of the first down. So he really made something out of nothing there.
1st and 10 from the Saints 37-yard line. Frank to the high side. Jablonski to the near side. Carlson slot to the left. Carlson fakes it on a bootleg. He's rolling out, and then nobody there, and he's going to be brought down all the way back at the 46-yard line. Preston Barge and Toby Schweitzer knew what was coming, and the Saints make it pay off.
He brought their right defensive end and right linebacker, and it was a bootleg play again that Mandan's been running a lot this second half, Scott. He bootlegged right into that blitz with Miles Schaefer coming off that right end, and then turned upfield, and Preston Barch, the linebacker, he was in on a blitz. He's the one who gets the sack.
That's going to be second down and a whole bunch.
Yeah, loss of 9 in the play.
Yep, as Carlson, again, 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Carlson back to pass, looks left, now comes back right, throws it across the middle. Jablonski in and out of the hands of Carson Jablonski at the 30-yard line. That might have been 6. He might have been looking at the goal line, and that's an incomplete pass for the Mandan Braves.
Post pattern about 15 yards. He put his hands up in the air, and it went absolutely right through him. We had a perfect viewpoint of that one. Carson wants that back. Remember, he dropped a touchdown pass against Bismarck High last week as well.
Yep, so it'll be 3rd down and 17 for the Braves. Minute 19 to go. Third quarter of play. They trail 17-10 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Twins left, single receiver right. Carlson back to pass. Looking on the right side. He's got Jablonski. Jablonski caught 10-5, and he's going to be brought down at the 3-yard line. Jablonski ran away from Felkley, and a great pass from Carlson, and Mandan's got it 1st and goal to go from the Saints 3-yard line.
How about that? How much do you love that? Carlson just throws it to to Jablonski. He misses it, and what do? You go right back to him. Great job by Todd Sheldon. I love it, the faith he had in that matchup, and just a perfectly thrown ball by the quarterback, Max Carlson. 43 yards on the completion.
1st and goal to go from the 3. Carlson. They're going to give it to Burr. Burr straight up the middle, bounces to the outside, fights towards the goal line. He's going to be brought down. Jackson Richter there, also Gerving around the play, and Burr is going to be stopped short. And it's going to be 2nd down, and they're going to spot him, I believe, at the 1-yard line.
Burr bounces off the guys in the middle. Speaking of hating it as an offensive lineman, anytime your backer puts his face mask right in your back,
that can't feel good.
That don't feel good. But he kept his feet, bounce off, went to the right side, and just short of the goal line.
2nd down and goal to go. We'll call it 1 from the 1-yard line. Carlson. There you go, Burr again over the right side, spins in, touchdown Mandan.
Yeah, give it to your big fullback, Sam Burr, 210 pounds, the senior, just drives his way into the end zone. Mandan, an extra point away from a tie, Scotty.
Sam Burr pulls the Braves with 1 at 17-16 with 6.4 seconds to play in quarter number 3. And on to attempt the extra point is, I don't know if that, is that Burgum?
Yep, Burgum, Sarah, she kicks the extra point.
Okay, so Burgum's in there to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 6.4 to play in the third quarter from Schmeeker Field on the campus of St. Mary's Central High School on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's
live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at psp.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
And Bergamon to kick it away, and she does. 15, 20, 25. That's Gerving on the return, and he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take over with 0.6 of a second left in quarter number 3.
Well, that's a good drive, Scott. 8 plays, 66 yards, 3 minutes and 38 seconds, so nice answer for Mandan.
Update from the EDC, from the eastern half of the state at the half. North leads South 7-0 at the break. So this will be the last play at quarter number 3 as Schumacher sets him down. Felkley coming left, and he's going to be stood up for no gain, and that's going to end the third quarter of play here from Schmaker Field, as we got a good one in the books here. As after 3 quarters, it's St. Mary's 17, Mandan 17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. We'll be back for the 4th and final quarter after this Hub International Insurance timeout.
You're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help
tweeting these out, he said, but
too
much stuff going on.
Bismarck, Garrison, and Center. Our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
12 minutes to play in this one from Schmeeker Field as we're all tied on the BNC Bank scoreboard at 17. St. Mary's has the ball, 2nd down and 9 from their own 30-yard line. Schumacher sets him down, eye backfield behind him. Schumacher, play action. He's looking downfield. He's got a man. He overthrows the intended receiver. That was the tight end, Miles Schaefer. And that's going to be incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for the St. Mary's Saints.
Yeah, Johnson and Jablonski in the bracket coverage. 14 carries for 34 yards for Isaac Felkley, but it really has been Nate Schumacher. He's 12 of 23, 122 yards. Fedorchuk and Simpner, as they have each caught 5 passes tonight.
3rd down and 9 now for the Saints. Ball spotted their own 30-yard line. Schumacher, 2 receivers left, Twins right. Schumacher back to pass, looks underneath, and it's going to be caught and turning upfield. On the reception there was Matt Porter, and he's ridden out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Wyatt Peel runs him out of bounds, and that's going to force St. Mary's into a punt situation. Just underway, quarter number 4, 11:50 to play on the MVP scoreboard. Sport Clips MVP of the game coming up. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. They're located at South 3rd Street and is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips bring you this game's MVP. Frank on calls for a fair catch at the 38-yard line, and that's where Mandan will start. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line, tied at 17.
28-yard punt, no return. But I tell you, go back to that last play. That's a great job by Peel again. He's had 2 big 3rd down tackles, Scott, where they threw the ball into the flat, and it was basically one-on-one tackle. That outside linebacker had to make the play, and Wyatt Peel made it.
So here come the Mandan Braves on First down and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Carlson sends 2 receivers to his right. Now they motion Burr into the backfield, and they're going to give it to him straight up the middle. He's got some room at the 45 and bowls his way down to the 47-yard line. Goes Big Sam Burr. Seffner makes the stop, and it'll be a gain of 8 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for Mandan from their own 47-yard line.
Well, Burr's made some big plays now. He's carried the ball 3 times in a row. Picked up some nice yards. Well, touchdown, obviously. Then he gets 8 there.
Same formation again. Burr goes slot right. Receivers left and right. Another high snap. Carlson gets it. He gives it to Wiseman going over the right side. He's got the first down and more in Saints territory down at the 45-yard line. Barch on the stop for the Saints. They'll move the chains.
Got somebody down in the field, Scotty.
Somebody's slow and getting up.
Cramp, I think.
Yep, it appears it'll be a cramp. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic. Chuppy Clinic offers more than basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic is concerned about the overall health and wellness of each patient and offer care and services to meet the greater demands of current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com.
That's Wiseman, Scott. Excuse me, Wiseman. He's on the one down in the field with the cramps.
Okay.
Last week we saw that a bunch in the Bismarck-Mandan game, but Century game as well too. So, although it's pretty, it's only 61 degrees, so it's actually one of those nice evenings tonight to play football.
Well, one thing we do know here is that the sound system works extremely well at Schmeeker Field.
Yeah, whoever's running the board, they like the music. Whoever's sitting somewhere in front of the speaker, wherever the heck it is out here, some of the people, probably the elderly like you and me, going, wouldn't hurt you to turn that down a tish.
Well, I'll never forget, that was one of the worst things, running the music for a Wizards game, and next thing you know, you got somebody sitting up top, and they come down and they go, you have to play the music, and you're sitting down on the floor, and you can't even hear, it sounds like it's mute. As they tend to Wiseman on the field. BNC National Bank, customer-focused, community-driven. That's BNC National Bank, our scoreboard sponsor. Glad to have them aboard on the PSP network. I know we're trying to effort some updates. I don't know if we got any updates, Chuck, from that Minot
I don't have that one
game.
yet.
Okay. Suppose we could text our colleague, and he could probably give it to us, couldn't he?
I think Nick he's covering it.
Yeah.
Him and Phil Sherrick, they got the call up there.
Legacy Sabres defeat Dickinson 31-0. That was a quick football game.
Yeah, it was.
11:06 to go here in this one. 17-7 our score. Here's Carlson back to pass. Ooh, he's got Grubb, and he threw it before Grubb came out of his route.
Well, it's because he got absolutely blown up, and I'm trying to see who. I think that was Lingenfelter. Nope, that was Windsor again. Nick Windsor. Boy, we have called his name a lot. As he came in and hit the quarterback, Max Carlson, it looked like, did you say it was Burr, right? He was lined up in the slot. He was coming open, too, but he didn't even turn his head back to the quarterback.
Update from the Coal Bowl, Chuck. Beulah 48-7 over Hazen. Second down and 10. Ball spotted, 46-yard line. Carlson, now he moves Frank from the right side to the left side. Mendenwall split wide left. Jablonski shot slot right. And they give it to the tailback in there this time for Mandan. That's Jace Johnson.
Johnson last week had 9 carries for 29 yards. Scott, as Jace Johnson eluded one tackler in the backfield, just kind of jumped him out of the way, got some positive yards.
So Jace Johnson replaces Lincoln Wiseman as he went off with some cramps, as they tend to him. We'll see if he's able to return. 10:35 to go in this one. We're tied at 17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 3rd down and 6 for the Braves. Carlson barks out the signals. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Carlson back to pass. Looks across the middle. He's got a man in and out of the hands of Grubb at the 27-yard line. He had it and dropped it. Partially deflected there. It looked like, was that Seffner?
Yeah, and actually, that last play, Scott, it was Grubb. It wasn't Burr. And Grubb was open, but wasn't looking for the football. Coach Sheldon, he recognized it, said, we're going to go back to that same play, and he was open. He hit Grubb's right in the hands.
So now what is Todd Sheldon going to do here? And it appears he's going to roll for it. 4th down and 6 from the Saints' 42-yard line. Carlson, twin receivers left, single receiver right. That's Jablonski on the right side. Carlson back to pass. He's going to throw it down to Jablonski. Jablonski caught and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And that was just a foot race, and he beat Gerving down that far sideline. And a great throw there by Max Carlson.
Yeah, you talk about some kahunas there, Todd, or Scott. As Todd Sheldon, he went for on 4th and 6, and the quarterback, he showed faith in Carson Jablonski, a fly route down the right side, threw it up in the air, and he came down with it. 30-yard pickup.
Boy, have a night, Carson Jablonski.
Yeah, 166 yards, Scott.
It's 1st and 10 from the Saints 12. Carlson. They give it Johnson going right, and he's going to be stuck right there. And on the stop, that leading the charge there, that was Isaac Felkley. Preston Barch as well. The two linebackers converge on that tackle for loss of 2. It'll be second down, or they're going to, loss of 2 will be second down and 12 for the Mandan Braves. 9:52 to go in the ball game. We're tied at 17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
It was, so they can still get a first down because it's actually on the 11-yard line. Yep.
Mandan knocking on the door. Carlson, Johnson behind him. Receivers split left and right. Carlson back to pass. They throw a slant, and it's going to be intended for Frank. Flag comes out. Pass interference. 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, that's the right call, Scott. As Frank lined up in the slot formation, he was out in the hash mark, though, as a wide side of the field was left. He did an inside slant formation, and the ball was thrown perfectly, but I couldn't see if it was Lingenfeld or who it was. He had his right arm completely wrapped around the receiver, intended receiver, in Frank.
So they go half the distance to the goal.
And,
so
and it's not a first down.
You're right.
In the
exactly
pros,
right.
that's an automatic first down.
Yep.
I don't like this. To me, this is a bad rule.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The guy just has an interference in the end zone, and now you still got a second down at the 6-yard line.
You got second down, and we'll call it 5 to go. Carlson barks the signals out. Carl high snap again, and they had a miscue in the backfield. And Carlson's going to be wrapped up on the Jack Wycombe there on the stop for the Saints. So now Mandan looked like they were going to go in and score, and now it's 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, he just lost
for the Braves.
The 7 yards you got in the penalty, you just lost 7 now on that high snap. And I tell you, it's just throwing so many things off because it was going to be a handoff on the inside, but because the ball was snapped over his head, he had to jump up in the air, grab it, and then try to hand it off.
3rd down and 11. Carlson. They motion. Jablonski. Carlson. Now the option. Carlson cuts inside, cuts back again. Carlson spins, leans towards the goal line. Ball comes out. And what are they going to say?
They're going to say lean with the left hand. The line judge on the outside pointed immediately that the ball was on the ground. Now you got somebody maybe chirping a tish from one of the sides, as I think it would have been a first down, Scott, as a great individual effort by the quarterback, Max Carlson. He faked the handoff, then went around to the right side, spun back inside, reached out with his left hand to try to pick up the first down.
Yep. And then, Chuck, that's going to go against Mandan.
Oh, so Mandan said something.
Yep.
Oh. You just cannot do that. That was down to the 2-yard line. I really think it was right at the first down. The question, Scott, is did you get the first down first?
Yep.
Block in the back, 56, offense. That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Okay, so that's a block in the back. So you're going to go back 15 because a block in the back.
54 on the offense, 15 yards.
Wowie.
Oh, wow.
So you get, that ends up being 30 yards in penalties.
Ooh.
And so you get 15 yards from the spot of the foul. I didn't see where that was, but the bottom line is it's going, instead of being at the 2-yard line, it's going to the 34. So
yep.
the foul was at the 4-yard line. So I mean, in essence, you got to give them 9 yards on the run, and then you go from there.
Well, so Turner Locken, the left offensive tackle for the Mandan Braves.
And he may have got the penalty, too. Who knows?
He did.
He might have got the holding penalty, the block in the back.
So here we go. 3rd down and 11 for the Mandan Braves. 3rd down and
32.
Yeah.
Yep. 32, yep.
Carlson. They throw it out to Frank. Frank in open space, turns upfield, and he's going to be out of bounds as he gets down to the 26-yard line. Interesting play there on third down.
And what a horrible decision making to do by your senior left tackle, Turner Locken. I mean, either you get a first down. I think the block in the back was really, really late because it was on it was at the 4-yard line. So the play could have been over.
Yep.
When the official threw it over.
Yep, I think it was.
Carlson, the quarterback, could have been down on the ground kind of simultaneous when Locken pushed him in the back.
So 4th down now for the Braves. Carlson, receiver left, 2 receivers right. Carlson barks the signals out, back to pass. Look, and he's got Jablonski, underthrows him. It's going to be incomplete at the 15-yard line. That would not have been enough for a first down. And the Saints defense dodges a huge bullet there, and their offense will come out and have to go to work as we're tied at 17. 8:05 to play in this one on our BNC Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, that was not Phi Beta Kappa right there.
No, that was not.
Dodging a major bullet. As Mandan had a nice drive. They got it to 39, drove all the way down to, in essence, the 2-yard line. See how much that affects them from a defensive standpoint, too. Does St. Mary's come out and run a little fake, a fake handoff?
So here come the Saints, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Schumacher goes under center. Play action. He's looking down the near side. He's got Seffner out there, and it's going to be out of the outstretched arms at the 39-yard line. Double coverage there. It was Jablonski and Mendenwall on the coverage there. It'll be incomplete. So just like that, they went for the downs right away. It'll bring up 2nd down at 10. 7:59 left to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard in this one.
Yeah, I had a feeling on that one, Scott. I just had a feeling that Mandan could have been down a little bit right there, and Carson Jablonski, he's could have been one of them, but ultimately, good job by him and Rustin Mendenwall coming back in the coverage.
Well, now you send Seffner and Fedorchek to the near side, eye backfield behind quarterback Nick Schumacher. They hand off to the up back, across the 35, past the first down mark, out to the 40-yard line. Jackson Richter, the fullback, on the carry there. A first down for the Saints. Move the chains, and they'll stop the clock. Saints will have it 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line.
Good blocking on the backside. Jack Wycombe and Casey Fisher, the guard, and the 2-year starter, Indovina as well. And 13 yards for the big fullback rumbling down.
Same formation again. Richter goes under center. They give it to Richter. Richter going over the left side. He's out to the 45. Good gain there. Gain of 6. Be 2nd down and 4 for the Saints.
Jackson Richter, another one of those wrestlers for that St. Mary's Saints team, finished 4th in the state tournament last year.
Will there ever not be anybody in the school at St. Mary's with the last name of Richter, do you think?
I don't think so. How many years has there been somebody there, right?
It's unbelievable. Great family, though, so nonetheless, 2nd down and 4 to go. 7:04 to play in this one. Richter under center. He gives it to Jackson Richter over the left side. He's on his feet, and he fights for the first down. And I think he may have gotten it. Goes Jackson Richter. Oh, and I think we're going to call for him.
No.
Yep.
Well, talk about giving some life to your team right there. And Jackson Richter, as he's got 3 carries in a row, 13, 6 yards, and then throw 4 and a first down for him there.
The 6-foot, 185-pound junior, 6:39 to go. Saints have it 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. Nick Schumacher trying to engineer a game-winning drive here. Schumacher down the line option. He gets it off Felkley, cuts inside. Ooh, that's a great open field tackle there by Frank of the Mandan Braves.
And Frank, we called his name a ton in the beginning, and I'm not so sure that they're not running away from him a little bit, maybe going to the weak side, as from a strong safety, he's lined up on the tight end side a lot of the time.
And that's,
go ahead.
No, sorry, Chuck.
No, he just came flying in and made just a great tackle down by the ankles of the running back.
And that'll be a loss of 2, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 to go. Richter goes under center. Play action. Richter looking to the sideline. He overthrows Fedorchak at the 39-yard line.
Tell you throw a deep football to Sempner, there's a flag in the field because he ran into Nolan Johnson. Nolan Johnson came up and hit him. But the official, since the ball was thrown to the outside, and that's what I think Coach Schmeeker is kind of yelling at, is he's saying, you got to throw the flag on that. I get that he threw it to Fedorchak underneath, but it wasn't until I couldn't tell if it was Johnson or if it was Jackson Scott that totally hit Sempner. Didn't even totally impeded him from getting upfield.
So Richter's got to hurry here. He's got 10 on the. Richter. Nick Schumacher does. He's got 10 on the play clock. Down to 3. 2 seconds. They snap it, fake it, and he's hit as he throws it. It's wobbled. It's picked off. 35-40. 40 Jablonski midfield. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Flagged out. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Mandan, but hold the phone. There's a flag all the way back at the 39-yard line.
Wow, the flag is somebody came backwards and totally lit up Isaac Felkley behind the play. So when a change of possession like that, you can't block behind the play. First of all, it was McCoy Keller. He came in, hit the quarterback, Nick Schumacher, tipped the football. It wobbled. Carson Jablonski stepped in front of him at the 35-yard line, and he's got speed, Scott. He ran through and by everybody. Somebody peeled back and absolutely lit up Felkley, and there were 2 flags thrown by the official. Another poor decision for Mandan.
Mandan, 15 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Mandan.
So there, another costly penalty for the Mandan Braves.
Potentially cost him 2 touchdowns.
Exactly. Exactly right. As so, the Mandan Braves now will have it. 1st and 10 from midfield. And, boy, I tell you what, Schumacher was blown up.
Yeah.
When he let that one go.
McCoy had an inside rush. He faked outside and went inside and then got right in the face at 6'3", 215. McCoy Keller got right in the face of Nick Schumacher.
So the Mandan Braves with 5:26 left to play in the ball game. They have it 1st and 10 from midfield. We're tied at 17 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Customer focused, community driven. That's BNC National Bank. Here we go. Carlson, Twins left, single receiver to the high side. They motion Burr. Burr slides down the line. Now they hand off. Wiseman back in there. Cuts inside. Carries tacklers. Here comes 2 flags. 3 flags as Wiseman's down to the 47-yard line, but hang on.
I don't know where there's 3 flags all about the 49-yard line, so my guess is it's going to be from the 49-yard spot. And obviously that was a very easy call by the officials. I think that was a tackle by Mandan.
Well, now if you're Mandan, boy, I tell you what. I mean, you've had some opportunities, but you've really unloaded on your own foot there because now they're all the way back at their own 40-yard line. Carlson, receiver split left and right. Burr in the slot. Now he motions out of it. High snap. Carlson back to pass, throws it over the top. Got a man, and he too high. Intended receiver was Frank, and then he comes up. Looks like he may have cramped up as he heads to the sideline. Goes try Frank.
Kralik was on the play, Scott, but Frank was wide open. Quarterback rollout to his right. They love that bootleg motion or an action, and Max Carlson, he wants that one back because he had try Frank open for what would have been a first down.
Yep, so we bring up 2nd down and 20 for the Mandan Braves. They've got to get it down to the Saints' 40-yard line for a first down. They have it on their own 40. And Todd Sheldon wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. It's a Hubbard National Insurance. Timeout on the field. Contact your local Hub agents, Leif Olson and Josh Cattell, for your personal insurance needs. 5:05 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. St. Mary's 17, Mandan 17.
Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at psp.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Second down and 20 as Carlson completes a pass to Grubb into Saints territory at the 49-yard line, and that'll bring up a third down and 7 to go for a first down.
Nice 12-yard pickup there. A good call by the coach saying, hey, we're going to get half of it back. Grubb's been open a couple times. Max Carlson's missed him. And really, one of the reasons he's open is because Jablonski's taking those guys deep. He's pulling the second level or the third level back.
We're going to say it's third down and 8 from the 48-yard line of St. Mary's. Carlson, twin receivers left. Carlson back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, still on the move. Carlson spins, and he's going to be brought down at the 45-yard line by Barch of the Saints and Blomseth. So what will Todd Sheldon elect to do here on a fourth down, and we'll call it 4 to go with 3:59 left to play in the ball game.
Going to bring out the double punt?
Boy, I don't... Doesn't appear that way as they're going to go for it on fourth down and 4. Carlson, Darris wide left. Jablonski high. There's a high snap, and they stopped the play because there's a penalty. Flag was thrown, but that was another high snap.
Gerhardt, man, he's struggling right now, Scott. And you got Brady Bame jumping, going in motion.
Well, now that's got to change everything.
You got to punt it.
Yep, now you got to punt it away, and that's what they're going to do is Scott and Darris come out.
8 penalties, 90 yards for Mandan.
Oof.
Max Carlson, another good day for him, 12 of 29, or 23, excuse me, $185.
So Gerving goes back as he stands around his 13-yard line. Darris, line drive kick's going to go out of bounds. Oh, almost hit that guy in the noggin. Just about hit him right in the bean.
You know, the
hat came off, the whole works.
You're talking, that's a 19-yard kick.
Yeah.
I mean, and Darris, he's got to be frustrated because he takes a snap and he kind of does it a couple steps going to his right in that soccer-style kick, and he's kicked 3 out of bounds, well short, or very short. So just 19-yard kick there for Darris.
So now it goes back to the St. Mary's Saints with 3:26 to go.
And that was an opportunity to pin Minot. What the heck? Where'd that come from?
We haven't even seen him yet this year.
St. Mary's deep.
Nick Schumacher sends 2 receivers left, 2 right. Schumacher back to pass. They throw it underneath. Caught Sefner. He stutter steps his way towards the first down. He's ridden out of bounds. They're going to say he's short of the first down as he's ridden out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The good play there. Clock stops. 3:20 to go.
Well, if I'm the Saints, I continue to take those short throws because Mandan, and it's a lot of times where Nolan Johnson's line, they are giving 10 yards every time. It's like, okay, you're going to leave them open. You're going to give a 10-yard cushion. I'm going to hit them every single time. We're going to pick up 6, 8, 10.
And I think that's what about the time you do that. You do about 2, 3, 4 of those, and then you set up the big play ball.
Right, the out and up.
Here we go, second down and 2 for the Saints. Mandan comes with a blitz. Here comes Burr. Throwing across the middle. Sefner, 40. Moves attack 35, still on his feet. He's down to the 30-yard line. As Sefner goes right across the middle, Schumacher runs right over to the sideline to get the play from Dan Schmeeker and Mendenwall on the stop, and the Saints on a big play there, having first down and 10 from the Braves' 30-yard line.
32 yards, Scott, to Britt Sefner as Sefner went up the field, and then he did a skinny post, and great job of blocking by the lineman up front. It allowed Schumacher to have the time he needed for that deep post pattern.
2:59 to go in the ball game. Schumacher runs to the line of scrimmage, sets him down, eye backfield behind him. Felkley dots the eye. They give it to Langenfeld over the left side. He's still on the move, close to the 25 and pushed backwards. But the forward progress is going to be up around the 25-yard line. Owen Gress on the initial stop. We got an injured player down. That looks like McCoy Keller. as he's cramping up down on the field. That'll give us time to tell you that the Medicine Shop, tonight's game brought to you in part by the Medicine Shop. They're proud to support local athletes. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot at the Medicine Shop.
You know, the success that St. Mary now has a big first down 4-yard carry. Yeah, still down, and it's definitely a cramp for McCoy Keller.
Yeah, tonight's game also brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All brands under one roof for the guaranteed lowest prices and their service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com.
With that catch, Scott Sempner goes over the 100-yard mark, so he has 7 catches for 101 yards as he's narrowing in. I guess Carson Jablonski for Mandan, 9 for 166. So these receivers, they're doing a good job tonight. Fedorchuk, 5 for 63.
Yeah, Fedorchuk had a big week last week. Here's the Saints now break out of the timeout. 2nd down and 6 from the Braves, 26-yard line. 2:37 to play. Schumacher under center. Barks out the signals. He gives it to Richter. Richter straight up the middle. And he's got the first down and more as he's down to the 17-yard line as the quick hitter there to Jackson Richter. First down and 10 for the Saints from the 16-yard line of the Braves.
What Coach Schmeeker's saying is my center, Ian Indovina and Nick Windsor, the right guard, they are going consistently off that right side, a double team at the point of attack. They are pushing the nose guard back. That's Turner Locken. And they are just driving him backwards on that double team block. And these fullbacks are making hay.
First down and 10 from the 17. Schumacher sends 2 receivers to his left eye backfield. Felkley dots the eye. Schumacher barks out the signals. They give it again. Richter over the left side. He bowls his way down. And Richter's down near the 10-yard line as he is just bumbling and stumbling as Jackson Richter.
So how familiar does this look like the drive last year against Beulah? Remember they went I think it was 15 or 18 plays.
Yeah, I was on my couch watching
It was
that one.
20 plays, 85 yards, and to kick the field goal, basically the game-winning field goal. You're on your couch. Sorry, good point. Because you were watching it. You weren't listening to us.
Yeah, no, I was.
And last week against Fargo South, same thing. They had a huge drive at the end of the game to kind of close it out.
2nd down and 5, ball on the 12-yard line. Minute 17 to go. Richter under center. Richter, or they give it to Richter over the right side. He's got the first down and more. He's still on his feet. Schumacher to Richter. And Jackson Richter is carrying the St. Mary Saints down towards the goal line. Brendan Palmer makes a stop. It's going to be a first down, 1st and goal to go for St. Mary's with 1:07 to play.
And Jackson Richter, he's been playing both ways now. He just pops up like nothing, right? So they had stopped the clock, and Mandan's got 2 timeouts, and they are going to call a timeout.
They just took one right here. We'll keep it right here as the Mandan Braves take a timeout. 1:04 to play in this one. St. Mary's will have it. 1st and goal to go from the Mandan 6-yard line.
As a coach, you're getting blown up defensively. You got 1:04, only 1 timeout. Do you ever say, maybe we let them score? Gives a chance offensively because they're just going to keep grinding it out. They're going to play ground and pound right now.
Yeah,
and you got 4 carries. If you get a timeout now, or if you got your timeout now, they're going to rush it again. There's a good chance Richter's getting in again. Okay. Now you have 1 timeout. Okay. What do you say? 1010?
No, we're going to go to 1010.
That's what I said.
Maybe it wasn't 1010.
Maybe it was 107.
What is that? What is that?
Maybe it was my hearing.
1010.
They didn't hear it right. 107. My bad. The officials would give them a bad time. And so you get a stop here, so you got another timeout.
And St. Mary, you got 1 left. St. Mary's got 2.
And then basically, St. Mary's can run one more play, wait, and then kick a field goal.
Yep. Oh, now they got to reset the play clock. There we go. Okay, now we're ready to go. 1st down and goal to go from the 6. There he goes again, Richter, and he's going to be stood up by McCoy Keller.
So, okay, now you go the other way. I'm a little. You're getting success going right. Then you go left in the same dive play, and that one didn't work very well. McCoy Keller, a huge play there for him.
Well, now and two, St. Mary's is
do you just wait now?
They're in the range of a field goal as well too. Now they got the ball. They probably ran that, Chuck, to get the ball centered in the middle of the field.
Maybe that's what they said.
As
We're not there
Schumacher
yet.
sets him down, and he's going to let the play clock drip down as far as he can. It's down to, he'll probably go under center at 10, and he does so. Schumacher sets him down. They give it Felkley going left. Felkley puts his head down, spinning, driving, fighting, and he's going to be brought down short of the touchdown, and they're going to stop the clock. Willa Saints with 14.8 seconds to play. St. Mary's has one timeout left.
So what I like about this is it's third down. To me, I'm not so sure. I don't try to kick it here because you get a bad snap. Now you got a chance to call a timeout and kick it again.
Yeah,
because you have one timeout left here, and to me, you go out on this third down play now, and you try to kick the field goal. The ball's on the 6-yard line, so it'd be a 20-yard field goal. It'd be or 13. It'd be a 23-yard field goal. Excuse me. No, 20 because you're on the you're on the 4. You picked up 2 yards on that play. Sorry, with Isaac Felkley. So he picked up 2. So you go 7 back to the 11, and it's a 21-yard field goal. No wind to speak of. He's already kicked a 21-yard field goal, so it'd be identical to what he kicked earlier in this half.
And it appears that's exactly what they're going to do, Chuck.
I like the call, not just because I said it.
That's exactly what they're going to do is Schumacher on to attempt a field goal. 16 seconds left to play. Schumacher can give the Saints, and the Mandan Braves will take a timeout.
So one thing you got to be telling your guy, let's see, who's on the hold
that
for
is
St.
going
Mary's.
to be Thomas
Kralik, right?
Kralik, yep.
So Kralik, you had to tell him and Schumacher, if it's a bad snap,
you fall on it.
You fall on it and you call timeout right away.
Yep, exactly. And I don't know that. Well, we'll see if Mandan maybe set up some sort of a block when they called that timeout.
Well, they'll have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've got.
What's the block? You got they got some big dudes. You got Locken 6'4", you got McCoy Keller 6'3", you got Grubb, a basketball player at 6'3". You got some speedy guys in Jablonski maybe coming off the edge.
So St. Mary's trying to knock off the Mandan Braves.
St. Mary's 12th possession of the game, so this has been a battle from the opening kick, and that's what we expected. The people who handicapped it said seven points either way. So
the two most important guys right now are the guys underneath the goalpost. Here is Richter out of the hold of Kralik. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. It appears good, and it is a 21-yard field goal by Nick Schumacher, and the St. Mary Saints lead this one 2017 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. We'll take a Hub International Insurance timeout. Call 355-3100 and ask for Michael Borman for your commercial insurance needs. We'll be back for the final 11.8 after this timeout.
The North Dakota Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Well, the Mandan Braves here are going to see if they can set up some sort of return.
12.8 seconds on the game clock.
As now they will reset the game clock to 12.8. So a 21-yard field goal by Nick Schumacher. And that gives the Saints a 2017 lead. And Chuck, obviously, the guy back is going to be Jablonski.
Yeah,
he'll be the deep back.
Do you squib this one right here?
I think you gotta. I think you gotta make it tough.
If you got 54 at the 25-yard line, I'm squibbing it over to Turner Locken. Nothing against you, buddy, but
yeah, I think
I'm
you
taking
gotta.
my chances with. He should be letting it go, right? But
and Schumacher is going to kick it away, and he drives it, angles it towards the sideline, and Jablonski picks up the 10, 15, 20, spins around, and he's brought down just shy of the 25-yard line.
On the tackle for the Saints, number 81, Stan Bluesett.
8.3 seconds left to play. As
on the game clock, 9.3.
Dan Schmeeker runs down and he wants to call a timeout. And he gets it. We'll keep it right here. Chuck Claremont has made his way down to the field. He'll try to get a few words with the winning head coach and a player or two as the St. Mary Saints try to hold on here on a 21-yard field goal by Nick Schumacher. And with 9.3 seconds, we'll see what the Mandan Braves have in their sleeve as Toby Schweitzer lines up his defensive unit for what could very well be the final play of this football game. Todd Sheldon giving his team some instructions as well. And we'll see what you got to believe that from the Mandan Braves side of things, somehow, some way, Jablonski is going to be a part of this. If you got the hook and ladder coming, but we will find out as the St. Mary Saints have broken their defensive huddle, and yeah, they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be a 3-man rush as they've got 4 across. Twins to the left, single receiver right. Here we go. Carlson, what could very well be the final play. Carlson back to pass. He's looking, throws it across Jablonski, and it's going to be incomplete on the far sideline at the 34-yard line. 6.2 seconds left to play. As here we go with 6.2 seconds to go. Carlson. High snap. They throw it out. Jablonski on the move. He's looking to pitch it, and he's not going to do it. He flips it back, and that's going to end the football game. As the St. Mary Saints are going to win this one by a score of 20-17 here at Schmeeker Field. A big victory there for the St. Mary Saints. As we will take a timeout, we come back. It's our planning team financial advisors post-game show. Saints win it 2017. Back after this timeout.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial...
I sure will.
1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. It's okay now? Test. Okay.
Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
It's time for the Planning Team Financial Postgame Show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online, planningteam.com. Now for the Planning Team Financial Postgame Show.
Well, welcome back to Schmeeker Field and our Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom as Chuck Claremont has made his way down to the playing field as he's going to try and get a few words with head coach Dan Schmeeker, as well as a few of the players, and a big win here tonight for the St. Mary's Saints on their home turf as they knock off the Mandan Braves by a score of 20-17, and the Saints move to 2-0 on the season, and they will get set for a big one next week as they will take on the Jamestown Blue Jays as Chuck Claremont is down on the field right now. He's looking for Dan Schmeeker. I think he's going to lose all of his players that he wanted to get as they head to the locker room. And Dan Schmeeker's still hanging around. Let's go down to the field and Chuck Claremont. Chuck?
All right, thanks, Scott. Coach?
Hi, Scott.
What a game tonight for you for the St. Mary's Saints. Haven't played Mandan since 2008. And, a lot of guys probably had you underdog a little bit, probably except your team. I think you guys came out and played a tremendous game, and you finish it off with that patented St. Mary's drive.
These kids are very resilient. They're a good group of kids. They battle and fight hard, and they didn't quit. You're right. They believe. They didn't think that they were an underdog coming in, and they just fought hard. We overcame some mistakes, some turnovers. We took care of business, and that's a great drive at the end.
You talk about your quarterback coach, Nick Schumacher. I mean, he finally gets his chance as a senior, and he really, from quarterback to punter to kicker at the end, he stepped up big.
I think he's Mr. Clutch. But I told him there, I said, you've been here before, Nick, so nothing big. But no, they just fight hard. They're great kids. They work hard. But today was a great test, and we can see how they'll stand up, and they won't quit and play physical. So very proud, very pleased. They played hard for each other. They played very hard for each other. Great bunch of teammates.
Pretty special beating this Mandan team, and congratulations, Coach. Hey, it doesn't get any easier. Jamestown, Shanley, wow, next 2 weeks.
We got a pretty good gauntlet we got to go through. I think we're up to it.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Woody.
All right, here we go. Step in here. Let me get Isaac first here, man. Isaac, hold on. Come over, bud. Okay, how we doing? All right. What a game for your St. Mary's Saints guys tonight. I mean, you guys played so hard tonight. I mean, you were all over the field offensively or defensively, running all over. And from an offensive standpoint, you got some carries, obviously. And talk to me about what this victory means to you over the Mandan Braves.
I just like to say, it's nice that we finally get some competition this year, some hard competition. Everyone always said that we didn't have play last year, and this year we finally get to show people what we are.
And for you on the offensive side or defensive side of the football, a two-way player, that's got to be pretty special for you getting out there and getting after it on both sides of the football. I'm guessing you don't like coming off the field.
No, not at all. Like Coach says, though, just stand tall. Don't let the other team show that you're tired, and it will all be good.
Confidence was big tonight for you guys coming into playing this team?
For sure. We all did it. We all stayed together, worked together. We all did our job and got that thing done.
Congratulations, man. Next week, Jamestown. The week after, Shanley. You better keep right?
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations. Great job.
Thank you.
Let's get Jackson Richter over here. Jackson Richter, what a tremendous effort Richter came tonight, Scott. Jackson Richter tonight. Good job for you, buddy. Impressive job tonight. You defensively, obviously, you were there all game. Offensively, you came in at the end. You had some big runs. You pushed them down the field, and you seemed so fresh.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have been able to do that without our line. You know, they definitely on the last push stepped it up, and we just ran,
and for you guys defensively, obviously they were throwing the football a lot tonight. How much did that test you guys on the defensive side?
Well, we knew if we would shut them down early with the running game, then they would start to pass. And, we watched a lot of film and looked at a lot of routes and watched for a key player and just went from there.
How big is the confidence for the St. Mary Saints team? You beat Fargo South, who you hadn't beaten since 1991. Then you go and beat Mandan, who you hadn't played since 2008 and hadn't beaten in a long time. Now you go against Shanley next week. Confidence has to be big, or against Jamestown next week.
Yeah, it's really good. I think we have a lot of confidence.
This single A version with the teams you got in this conference, for you guys, your outlook with the success you've had early, it's got to be good.
Yeah, I think so. That is good too.
Hey, great job for you, Jackson. Impressive victory tonight, offensively, defensively. Congratulations. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, Scotty. As Jackson Richter, and that was, and I was trying to get Schumacher, but as we've been calling Schumacher Richter all night, I inadvertently called for Jackson, but what a tremendous job he did. Jackson Richter tonight, he played a great job. We called his name a ton down the stretch. And then obviously Isaac Felkley talked to Coach Toby Schweitzer, and he said he was all over the field tonight. And impressive job for Isaac Felkley's way.
Yeah.
As well. Back up to you.
Thanks, Charlie. Fine job, my friend, as the St. Mary Saints win this one by a score of 20-17. We apologize for those technical difficulties. New wireless unit we got. We'll get that switched up and figured out, as we just had to move Charlie down a few yards, and hopefully that last interview came in loud and clear, as the Saints win a big one here tonight over the Mandan Braves, 20-17. Our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show rolls on with more after this timeout.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial
welcome back to our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey with you as this one has gone final, as the St. Mary Saints come out victorious in this one by a score of 20-17 here tonight against the Mandan Braves, and a big win for the St. Mary Saints. As we said, it's been a number of years since those two teams have been able to square off, and this time the St. Mary Saints got the better end of the Mandan Braves, as Nick Schumacher kicks a game-winning field goal with 12 seconds left to play in the contest. And the St. Mary Saints move on to 2-0, as you heard Chuck talk about with head coach Dan Schmeeker and some of those players. Not an easy schedule for the St. Mary Saints, but Dan Schmeeker wouldn't want it any way else, as they've got the Jamestown Blue Jays, then Fargo Shanley. We can give you a final score in from Williston, as Century goes on the road and wins this one by a score of 66-0 over the Williston Coyotes. So Century moves to 2-0 as well on the year. We'll try to get you some other updates as well as we move along, as Chuck continues to add up the post-our final game numbers.
More importantly, catch his breath.
More importantly, catch your high school football. Rugby knocks off Stanley 38-14 on the Class B side. A final in from West Fargo. Cheyenne defeats West Fargo by a score of 28-7. So a big win there for the Mustangs as they continue to roll on. But, again, a big win here tonight for St. Mary's. Shanley trails. This one was, we'll see if we can get a better update on this one. Final score. Wow. Shanley knocks off Bismarck High 21-20 as Shanley trailed. That one, they were knocking on the door late in the game. They obviously scored, and so the Demons dropped that one to Fargo Shanley by a score of 21-20. 220. Chuck, how we doing? You got your breath? You got your totals? You ready to go for some final game numbers?
I got my breath. Not too bad there. One more total to get.
One more total to get,
There we go.
Then we'll have some final game numbers. All right,
Okay.
for a look at the final game numbers of this one, here's Chuck Claremont.
All right, thanks, Scott. First here for the Mandan Braves. Rushing, it was Lincoln Wiseman, 14 carries for 53 yards in his first opportunity on a varsity field. Max Carlson had 10 carries for 25. Brendan Palmer had 6 for 23, including a touchdown. Sam Burr, 3 for 11. And Jace Johnson had 1 carry for 4 yards. For the quarterback spot, Max Carlson, good night for him. 12 of 23. Actually, he had, I guess, a couple of completions towards the end there that he didn't have. But 12 for 25, 185 yards and an interception for him. On the receiving side, Carson Jablonski had 9 catches for 166, so big game for Carson. Tri Frank had 2 catches for 7, and Aaron Grubb had 1 for 12. I already did St. Mary's, didn't I? No, I didn't.
No, I don't think
I
you
haven't.
did.
I'm sorry. Hello. Where are we at? What day is it?
How are we doing?
For the St. Mary's Saints, it was Isaac Felkley leading him in carries at least, 16 for 34 yards, but leading him in rushing was Jackson Richter, who you heard down in the field, 8 carries for 47 yards, and he had half of that in the last drive, so that was huge as he came in and ran very well. Lingenfelter had 3 carries for 8 yards, and the quarterback, Nick Schumacher, had 3 carries for a net 3 yards. Nick, thrown the football 14 of 29. He did have 3 interceptions tonight, Scott, but he had 165 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, a 36-yarder and an 11-yarder. His favorite target was Britt Sempner. He had 7 catches for 101 yards. He had 11-yard touchdown reception as well. And Nate Fedorchak, nice game for him, is he had 5 catches, and he had 63 yards. That also included a 36-yard touchdown in the first half. Landon Gerving had a catch for 3. Isaac Felkley had 1 catch for 0 yards, and then Matt Porter had 1 catch for 3 yards. Team statistics, this is where it's, I guess they were very even when we're all finish it out here, and the game was very even. 30 rushes for the Saints, just 92 yards. So Mandan, from a defensive perspective on the line, they did a good job as holding the Saints to just 3 yards a carry average. Mandan didn't fare much better. They had 34 carries for 116 yards. 165 yards passing for the Saints, 185 for Mandan. So here's the numbers really close. Total plays, the Saints had 59 plays, 257 yards. Mandan, 57 plays. Actually, let's give them 59 because they had 2 at the end. 59 plays for 301 yards. So really close. 301 for Mandan, 257 for the Saints. Neither team fumbled. Saints actually dropped it on the ground once, but they recovered it. And, the punting side, that was one thing Nick Schumacher, we can't say enough of. The effort that Schumacher did tonight, Scott, from a punting perspective, is he averaged about 35 yards a kick, somewhere in that range, on his 5 kicks, and really kept Mandan in some tough field position, or flipped the field a couple times for the Saints. And then Mandan had 5 kicks for 20 yards average tonight. That was difficult. And then another big play is penalty-wise. The Saints only had 3 penalties. They may have had one more than that. I think probably missed one. And then Mandan had 5 penalties for 90 yards. They had 2 30 or 15 and a 15, right? So that backed up a potential first down on the 2-yard line. And then they had another block going backwards that cost them a touchdown. That was a 15-yarder. So 8 penalties, 90 yards for Mandan tonight, and that cost him dearly.
Yeah, that certainly, Chuck, was the change in the game there, as Mandan, the penalties hurt the Mandan Braves. As you're listening to the Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show, hey, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. Chuck, we got one more thing to do here in our post-game show. Give out our Sport Clips player of the game. Be the MVP when you go to Sport Clips for an MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. Sport Clips is located at 411 South 3rd Street in Bismarck. And Chuck, tonight probably a number of guys you could probably put in that position, but you look at Schumacher, Richter. I mean, he did well down the stretch. You look at Sefner I'll leave it up to you there, my friend.
Yeah, and I mean, Britt Sefner, I mean, he had a great game. He really did. 101 yards receiving, 7 catches, did a good job on the defensive side as well. And, Felkley, 34 yards, did a great job defense. I just felt, I know Nick Schumacher threw 3 interceptions, and unfortunately I don't think any one of those were really huge in terms of a game changer. He had 2 touchdowns tonight throwing, and he kicked the game-winning field goal late in that football game. And so I just felt that Nick Schumacher played a heck of a football game here, and as Coach said, I mean, just a leader, came out and made some great decisions, made some great plays. And now he also played defense. He came in some of the third downs where he was coming in and playing his free safety spot that he played last year. So for me, it's Nick Schumacher barely edging out Britt Sefner as our Sport Clips.
Certainly, nonetheless, a great football game here tonight. Didn't expect anything different. But some people may be surprised at this, but St. Mary's certainly, Chuck, right now, setting themselves up for another championship run for this season.
Well, what I like so much about it is the confidence that Coach Schmeeker had.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, woe is me. This is not a good division for us to be in. The gauntlet. He's just like, okay, we got it. Just go play, right? And that's why he's been in this league for so long, 44 years, Coach Schmeeker, and he loves his kids, and I guarantee they love him.
Yeah, they certainly do. Well, reminder, coming up after the Labor Day holiday, we will have high school volleyball on Tuesday, September the 7th. Minot in town to take on the St. Mary Saints. Our next football coverage will be next Friday night as the Minot Magicians travel down to take on the Bismarck Demons. Well, we certainly hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight here on the PSP Network. We enjoyed bringing it to you from Dan Schmeeker Field in a great game here tonight. A good crowd on hand, so a great atmosphere for high school football. Repeating our final score here on the BNC Bank scoreboard, it was St. Mary's 20, Mandan 17. For Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from Schmeeker Field.
This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.